Hey guys, we are back live. Auntie Liz will be back with us in a little bit. It's just got a few things to sort out, but the log is starting a little bit earlier than we thought, so we will get back on. Are you all having fun today? World's Strongest Man Day 1 has been epic so far. Let me just make this bigger on my screen. There we go. Is everybody good? Where's Fred? Fred is there. Log starting with Pa and Eddie. Thank you, Fred. Keep us updated, please. It looks like Pa has got 3 logs in 25 seconds and Eddie got 4 logs in 55 seconds. So group 1 is off and underway. How are we doing? I'm back. Yes, managed to get some food in. Eddie 4, Pa 3. Thank you, guys. Keep us all updated. You are very welcome, Ryan. We are happy to do this. Thank you all for joining us. They surprised us there going in a little bit early. We were told there'd be a little bit of a delay, but that's fine. We're glad that the World's Strongest Man are keeping things fast and furious for anyone that is there watching. It's the worst thing when you just stood around waiting all day. Alone Loz appears. Yes, Auntie Liz will be with us shortly, guys. Brandon, Bobby needs to win here and keep momentum. He can indeed win this event. I believe so anyway. Don't get me wrong. Pavlo is unbelievable at this. He just proved that at Europe's Strongest Man. He is going to be very, very dangerous. Tom is very, very good at the log as well. But I believe Bobby can certainly push to win this one. And unsupervised Loz. Yes, I think Liz has gone crazy and left me to it on my own.
Don't worry, I'll be back.
Are we answering super chats unanswered from the previous chat? I reckon that was the world's live stream virus. I will answer if people did super chat and I haven't answered, please message me on Instagram. We will make sure we get back to you. I apologize if we do miss any super chats or any important chats that you guys mentioned. We will try and keep on top of it. And once again, thank you all so much for the support. Really means everything to us. If you haven't already, go like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's see what's coming up next. We've got Constantine and Pavlo out next. This should be good with Constantine.
Has anyone been up yet?
Yes. Auntie Liz asking me if anyone's been up. Eddie and Pa have been up. So Eddie got 4 and Pa got 3. Fred Mann, thank you very much for the super chat. Previous super chat didn't go through during the deadlift, so hopefully this one does. It does indeed, Fred. If you wanted to ask a question, ask it now, and I'll try and keep an eye out for it. And they're off. The next 2 athletes are off, guys. So we've got Constantine and Pavlo. Pavlo, I'm convinced, will do all 5. How quick? We'll see. Pavlo threw 2 already.
Oh, Pavlo's going to have a good time here.
You reckon he's got to do them first, Auntie Liz?
Oh, I've got to come. I can't.
You can't not be involved in this.
On this while that's happening.
Constantine has done 3 so far. Pavlo's done 3. Ooh, what's going to happen? Constantine. Auntie Liz is joining us. Pavlo's on the last one. Come on, Pavlo. He's going quick. Auntie Liz is back.
I'm here. I can't stay away any longer.
Constantine also on 5.
Ooh.
Constantly coming into this World's Strongest Man way better than... he's on 4, sorry, not 5.
Oh,
Pavlo is done. We don't know a time yet.
Oh. My goodness.
Constantine...
Still on 4.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see. Loz looks like Kratos, God of War. I should be in the next film or the film if they do one.
Any producers watching, please hit him up.
Constantine did 4. Pavlo did 5. We'll try and find out times very, very shortly.
Oh, this
Constantine's looking better.
He's looking 18 days ago, Europe's Strongest Man. My hair's a mess because I have my headphones on. 18 days ago, and he's like a different man.
Good. Good to see him performing.
Julian, can't let Rick have all the fun with member gifting. Thank you so much for gifting memberships. It's very kind.
Thank you all. Very, very kind.
Oh.
So,
how do we know the live results? We've got people there watching.
So Eddie Williams did 4 in 55 seconds. Pa did 3 in 25 seconds.
Okay.
Constantine did 4 in 1 minute 8. And Pavlo did all 5 in 46 seconds.
Bronchop
Very
wanting to know
good.
about my bet with Hooper for the log ladder. I said I thought that Pavlo could be the fastest out of all 30 athletes. And Mitch was hurt that I thought Pavlo would be faster than him. I said, I think Pavlo will beat you. He's like, would you want to make it interesting? I was like, sure. He wanted to bet 10 grand. I said, no, I can't.
We don't have 10 grand to bet.
But I did say, if I win, I will accept 10 grand. So we will see. 46 seconds then. And I could be having a very good week indeed.
You know, Mitch is going to want to be looking at that time and beat it.
Yeah, he will. Your hair is sticking up a little. I know. I'm sorry. Let me sort myself out. I just had headphones on because I was like a crazed woman.
Everyone
I've been editing.
is happy with Fred. Fred, we hope you're having a great time. Thank you for keeping us posted, buddy. Ron chopped.
Oh, there you go. He super chatted it as well, so I'm glad I picked it up. There you go.
Yes.
We got Charlie. Thank you for the super chat. You are a legend, Loz. I hope Brian wins his 5th.
He's looking good. Let's see how he does
Charlie.
on the log. Just very quickly before the next pair go.
Yeah. The next pair, also the last pair for this group.
The last pair in this group.
Thank you for joining, Joe.
Before the log, Bobby Thompson in first place, Tom Stoltman in second, Pavlo Cordiaca in third, Konstantin Janasha in fourth, Pyro Dwyer in fifth, Eddie Williams in sixth. Group 2, Alexei Novikov, Thomas Evans, Luke Stoltman, Christian Haraldson, Gav Bilton, Fadi El Masri. Group 3, Mitch Hooper is leading, Matt Ragg is in second, Ivor Schmaxtelis in third, Hixie is in fourth, Spencer in fifth, and Kiliashkovsky thus far in 6th place.
That's going to change. Don't panic, Toffee fans.
Check this one out. Rauno Hainler in the lead in group number 4. Brian Shaw in second. Jaco Schoonwinkel in third. Adam Bishop, Gabriel Reham, and Kevin Fairs. Do you know overall, if everyone had competed, Mitch would be first overall and Rauno would be second?
Yeah, I know. How crazy is that?
After 2 events.
If all 30 were going up against
each other. And then group number 5. Evan Singleton is on 10.5. Trey Mitchell is on 10. Athor on 7.5. Mark Felix on 6.5. Paul Smith on 4. And Coco is on 3.5. So that is the up-to-date positions before the log lift.
Ben, thank you for the super chat. Loz and Samuelson arm wrestling would be awesome. People want to see it, Lozzie.
Thank you very much.
Should Matesh get a sports psychologist? Asks Travis.
Potentially, I know the Stoltman brothers found it useful.
Yeah.
Everyone's different. Some people find things like that useful, some don't. And I don't know what it is with Kiliashkovsky.
No, the deadlift, we knew that wouldn't be great. And it wasn't a terrible result for him on the deadlift.
What will be interesting is how the log goes.
Yes.
If this goes badly, then
this is a bit of a disaster.
Yeah, you can't make any excuses.
Yeah.
Mistakes can happen on loading. Deadlift was deadlift. You expected him, when you looked at who ended up in his group, we expected him to come last on the deadlift. But the log, he shouldn't do too badly on. Yeah. And we'll wait and see. Anyway, Bobby and Tom are out next.
Woohoo! Phil, thank you for the super chat. Hello, Loz and Liz, watching early in the morning from near Margaret River in Western Australia. Good morning to you.
It's a lovely morning over there for you.
What time is it here? 20 past 10 at night for us. Not too bad. We've had worse.
It's not too bad at all this kind of time for the last event.
No, this is okay. Rauno, World's Strongest Man winner 2023. Prove me wrong. You can't. Can you imagine? Scary Cloud, thank you for the super chat. What are your specs for your editing computer? It's a MacBook Pro. It's a big one. It's the best MacBook Pro you can get. Put it that way. That's what I went for, didn't I? Just the very best MacBook Pro that was available on the market on the Apple website. I can't remember the specs off the top of my head, but I do like to make my life as easy as possible. And things like super chats paid for it. So that's nice, isn't it?
Guys. It's been able to get us better equipment. You want to get a new camera, don't you? Or a lens.
I want to get a second camera. I would like 2 cameras, yes.
What I would like is like a HD thing for lives like this.
Yeah, this would be good.
We're still using my computer for that.
Although I think this is a MacBook as well. I think
it's an old one, this one.
Yeah.
I get the old one.
Yes, yours lasts longer than me, but you're less demanding of yours than I am of mine.
That's true. That's true.
Brent, thank you for the super chat. Your opinion of hook gripping a Hercules hold?
Do you know what? I've never seen any. Well, I've seen people try it, but it doesn't actually tend to work that well on a real heavy Hercules hold. Weirdly, I don't know why, but it just doesn't seem to work as well. But
Yeah,
I guess if it's not in the rules, you can do it.
and
they're off.
Remember, oh, they're going now. Bobby versus
Bobby's on
Tom.
to the fourth. I know that much.
Do you think Tom will do all 5?
I don't. He's capable, but I'm more interested in what
Bobby
doing.
does. Yeah.
As bad as that sounds, I love Tom, but Bobby has become a close friend and someone I am heavily invested in doing well.
There we go. Bryce, thank you for the
Both
super
of them
chat.
are on the last one.
Go Big Brian. Go NVKV San Diego, USA. There we go. I don't know what that is. Do you?
Maybe
NVKV,
some
San Diego?
football team or something.
Please correct us. Oh.
Bobby's feeling his hamstring. Has only done 4.
Bobby's feeling his hamstring. Oh, I hope he's
Hopefully
okay.
He's okay.
Yeah. Okay, 4 for Bobby. Tom's on the last one.
Well,
is Tom going to get the last one?
These are coming in. I'm going to say Pavlo has won this event.
Yeah, because these are coming in slower.
Oof.
Greckles, my heart.
Watch blooper video.
All right, no.
Yeah.
Okay. Watched blooper video during break. I love Auntie Liz even more now. Hello.
Thank you. Yeah, members, you get to see the blooper video, which is just for members only, and it is hilarious. It looks like Bobby might have a hamstring issue, which is very sad. He got 4 in 25 seconds, so very, very fast through 4.
Yeah.
Tom did all 5 in 41 seconds.
Is that faster than Pablo?
Faster than Pablo.
Oh my goodness.
Pablo did all 5 in 46 seconds.
Oh wow, I did not see that coming.
Well, I said he won it in the Worlds a few years ago.
I know. Yeah, there you go. Super chat until Liz and Loz have more camera equipment than Z has trophies.
We're a long way from that. Have you seen his trophy cabinet?
I've got like 3
that is
lenses.
a trophy cabinet.
Yeah. Novikov. It stands for Novikov. Yeah, there you go. I knew I recognized it, which is why I thought, yeah, it was a football. There you go. Oh, let's hope Bobby's okay.
I hope he's okay. That's sad.
Let's see. Ukrainian power, Pavlo. Tom flying. That is really fast for Tom on that. I mean, no, like you said, 2020 World's Strongest Man, they had a log ladder in the final and he won it there.
He did indeed.
Shouldn't be surprised at all. But I think all of us are still a bit dazzled by Pavlo's speed at Europe's Strongest Man, especially considering he was the only guy to finish it.
Yeah, I think it was the only guy that finished it. It wasn't that fast.
It felt fast.
I think it's because he's the only one to do it.
Yeah, probably.
But I think you might lose this bet to Mitch.
Yeah. Well, I'm not giving Mitch 10 grand if he can get stuffed. Yeah, I've supported him.
We've helped him win enough prize money over the last year.
Yeah, honestly. Didn't getting anything. This cup runneth dry. Mitch can sod off. But I'm going to be tapping him up if Pablo beats him.
So that's a very good time by Tom. It sounds like Bobby was absolutely flying until his hamstring.
Oh, I really hope
Bobby was actually ahead of Tom, so I hope he's
and Bobby would have got that last one. Bobby hurt his hammy. Oh, waiting for an official update.
Yeah.
Oh, very nerve-wracking. The good thing about this event is that there's not much in terms of a reset between athletes and then between groups. So there'll still be the TV segments that we'll have to get through and wait for. But then once it gets going, it's quite a quick event, isn't it? Oh, fingers crossed for Bobby. Luna, thank you so much for the super chat. Most of the athletes have 185 kilos in their arms, shoulders. So is it about the lifts themselves or more about how fast they can finish the ladder?
Actually, just because they can do 185 as a single log, it's very different to doing it as the 5th log in a load. Normally, you need to be over 200 kilo log presser if you're going to be able to do that. And you need good conditioning as well. You need to be able to transition well between each log. If a log is slightly different to one of the others, it can throw people off because you can just feel so different. So there's lots of factors in a log ladder as opposed to just what someone can do for one. Coping with that fatigue, coping with the adapting to different logs, and coping with the transition between each log. You need to make sure you're really well prepared and kind of have a plan of how you're going to lift each log beforehand. You don't really want to change it there and then. But yeah, very, very good by Tom. Very good by Pavlo. Sad to see Bobby struggling a bit. I don't know how bad.
Travis asking if Rauno can do all 5. No, I don't think so. But I think Rauno needs to concentrate on however many he does do them just quick and efficiently.
Yeah.
And
that group isn't quite as good as this group on logs. So.
No, this is a better log lifting group for sure. So yeah, he could still get really good points without finishing. And he's got, Conan's historically has been a brilliant event for him, and he's decent at throwing too. So he's got some good events still to come. Oh, we start Group 1 have just finished. Tom Stockman has won the log ladder there with Pavlo Kordiaka in second place. Both are the only 2 athletes to do all 5. It looked No.
So we've got 5 logs for Tom Stoltman.
Yeah, okay. I do not know what's going on with the
internet. Do you want to get that?
I'll get the wire. Hold on.
Yeah, 5 logs for Tom Stoltman, which was very impressive in the fastest time. 5 logs for Pavlo Kordiaka. Bobby Thompson did 4 in a rapid time of 25 seconds. Eddie Williams getting some points, 4 in 55 seconds. And then we had Constantine Janasha, 4 in 68. And Parker Dwyer in 6th place with 3 logs in 25 seconds.
Ethernet cable.
This side. Come and sit. We're back okay. It seems to stay stable.
Okay. Although, if it's the router, the Ethernet won't do bugger all. But hopefully we can stay stable with you guys. It would be typical, wouldn't it, that we'd have a problem today. Disconnect other devices that you have. Turn the Wi-Fi off your phone, Lozzie. TV's off, isn't it? Use 4G. There we go.
Greetings from Sweden.
Hello, David. Thank you so much for the super chat. Love watching your videos and lives. Any thoughts on doing a talking strongman with Brian Shaw after his last World's Strongest Man?
Oh, we'd love to. We will certainly try and get Brian to come and talk to us. He's a busy man. Obviously, he's done talking strongman before. It's great to have him on, and it'd be cool to chat to him again.
Yeah, he's done it a couple of times before the Shaw Classic as well, hasn't he?
Yes, yeah.
It's practically irregular, but yeah, we will try. We're back. Router. Can't wait for Brian's log ladder. That's going to be interesting. Stay stable. We're talking World Strongest Man spreadsheets. None of us are stable waiting for results.
We're not stable in here.
The Wi-Fi is acting how I feel. Completely unstable.
A couple of TV links to do, then it will be on to group number 2.
And so now would be a very good time to hit like on the video. If you do nothing else tonight, a like would go a very
like and a subscribe for the Z channel.
Yes.
Keep Auntie Liz in work.
Yes.
She gave up. When did you give up your full-time job?
2020.
2020. And she's been full-time on Big Loz Official since then. So it's like an incredible turnaround in our lives.
Yeah.
And it's thanks to you guys. Honestly, you have made it happen. We can't thank you enough. So, if we can bring you results and make it as interesting and as entertaining as possible for you, then that's a good thing.
Fingers Fingal saying you have some of the most stable live streams I've been on. Better than Worlds.
Yeah, that's true. Normally it's not an issue. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully we don't have any more issues. But thank you all very much. And yes, go and subscribe to the channel. We're at 630. We've had almost 700 new subscribers today. So thank you all to the new subscribers.
I'm not saying that. No, shan't. 6th. Why can't I say it?
I don't know.
Fingers. God, I did it again. Yeah. Fingers.
Yes.
Oh, dearie me. Pavlo will beat Pav on stones. They're the same person.
Pavlo will beat Pav on stones. What does it say?
They didn't mean to say Pa. If Bobby's out. Pavlo will beat Pav on stones.
I think whoever comes in second has a big advantage in that group.
Yeah, definitely. Massively.
Yeah, if Tom wins the group, I think Pavlo will get through on stones. If Bobby's hamstring is an issue.
Do you remember how many viewers were on last year's stream? I don't.
In the final, we had about 13 or 14,000 on the last day, I think.
Yeah, prepare for absolute chaos on the last day because it is madness. Like, we do our very best.
Well, it might be less this year because there's lots more people doing things now, and World's
Yeah,
Strongest Man
maybe.
are doing a lot more. So I expect the numbers to be less. But, you know, if people want to join us, it is amazing. We always appreciate it.
What did Liz do before this? I worked for Tesco Finance in audit. Very boring. Very, very boring.
Making people's days miserable.
Yes, telling them where they were going wrong, what the managers have been up to, and how corrupt they all are.
Jiminy Crickets is with us now. He's hiding from the sun. He's had
Oh.
to go and spend time with his family, and he can no longer be at Worlds. Sad times.
I wouldn't stand for it, mate. Scary Cloud, thank you for the super chat. Does doing commentary pay well? And does YouTube pay better? You don't have to answer it if you don't want to.
No, neither pay incredibly well. I mean, the big YouTube channels do pay really well. It's been able to allow Liz to go full time, which is absolutely brilliant. World's Strongest Man Week does pay well. If every month was like World's Strongest Man, then you'd be very happy. But unfortunately, it's only 1 out of 52 weeks.
I'd be too busy lording it up somewhere to even come on.
Yeah. Our goal is to keep growing the channel. Like we said earlier, if anyone was watching the live streams, if we can get to 150,000 subscribers, that would help us a lot.
Yeah.
It kind of gives us more clout going to sponsors and stuff like that. And
YouTube is definitely worth our while. Put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. You do it full time.
Yeah. And certainly not for nothing. But,
it's months vary, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Although we have a steady sort of base level, which we're happy with. But then we have some months are great, some months are much slower.
I think long term, if we could double it, it would be cool. The steady kind of state, that would be a nice position to be in.
Steady state. This is the name of one of our channel members, I think.
I think so.
Scott Wiggum.
And commentating is it's okay, but it's just like sporadic. It's not something you can rely on. It's certainly not enough to live off.
No, because you only
it's a nice extra when it kind of comes along, but it's I certainly wouldn't be, unless you're doing it weekly.
Yeah, then you
wouldn't
wouldn't
be able
rely
to
on
make
it
a living
for,
from it.
No. Scott, thank you for the super chat. Is World's Strongest Man 2023 televised anywhere? I know it's not in the UK, but are there any channels in the US? CBS or CBS2 will cover it in probably next month, maybe May or June. And then it will be shown in the UK, but not until Christmas time on Channel 5, unfortunately. Is Bobby out? We don't know. We don't know. We're not.
Well, Bobby never pulls out.
No, to be fair, he won't be out. No.
I don't think he'll pull out. But, this is the last event today, so he's going to go and get some treatment. From what I can see, the physios were straight over to look at him. He'll get some treatment, he'll sleep on it, and probably make a decision in the morning. But I'll try and speak to him at some point. It's horrible, though. When you get an injury, it's the last thing. You just feel crappy inside.
Yeah.
He's been doing so well. This could have been another win, potentially, looking at how quickly he did those first three. He was ahead of Tom going into the fifth, and then suddenly the hamstring pulled up. So, we just need to wait and see.
Jorian, I hope I'm saying it correctly. Thank you so much for the super chat. Keep going full time. Question: does Lost sleep with a mask, a machine for oxygen? And if not, has he ever? I only learned that it's fairly common in Strongman.
So yes, it is fairly common for people to have sleep apnea in Strongman and use a CPAP machine. These days, no, I do not use a machine. I did when I was at my biggest.
Yeah, he did. For a few years.
But losing weight has massively improved my sleep and general fitness, and I no longer need it. So there's a win for me, even though I'm not as strong as I used to be.
And it's a win for me because I don't have to sleep with Darth Vader.
Yes. Yeah, and that's, when I say it would be hard for me to try and push to be a pro strongman again, because there's so many downsides to it. As much as I loved my time doing strongman, I'm loving what I do now as well. And it's just a new chapter. And now I can still be reasonably strong, but I can be reasonably athletic as well and do lots of other things and chase the kids around, go out on days out and not stress, and sleep without a machine. So It's
living the dream.
winning in some areas, definitely, but it's very common for a lot of, not even the pros, lower level athletes to, if you put on a good amount of weight,
for your frame,
then there's, if you feel you're constantly tired and stuff like that, I highly recommend you go and get a sleep study done, because you could well have sleep apnea, and a machine will make things a lot better for you.
What's the weight of the logs, Lazo?
I don't know.
We know it starts at like 120 something.
I don't know if they went
at 180 something.
The same as Europe's, or if they went slightly lighter.
No, I don't know. Based on the fact that only one guy could finish at Europe's.
Yeah, I think it's sort of 120, 140, 160, 170, 180, something like that. Might be 185, not sure.
Yeah, we will see.
Christian and Fadi are stepping up on the stage.
Group 2 is starting first.
Thank you very much, Lucas.
Thank you very much, Lucas. Very kind of you.
Thank you for subscribing. We really appreciate that. If that's all you can do, it means a lot to us. So thank you.
Yes. Greetings from Iceland. Yeah, we don't know the exact weight of the logs, but we do know that it starts at around 120-ish, 120 something, and then up to 180 something. But like Loz said, all these, like nearly all of these guys, not all of these guys, can do the last log in perfect conditions for one rep, maybe in the gym, but doing it after doing 4 logs in quick succession is totally different, isn't it? And you usually have to be more than a 200 kilo log lifter to get that final log. Ooh, Scary Cloud is a member. Thought you already were. Thank you for joining us. They are now. Gert, thank you so much for the super chat. Gert Jan Hendrickson. Thanks for the great content, Liz and Loz. You brought a frequent viewer from the Berend Vandenberg, Jano Hans.
Berend Vandenberg.
Oh, Berend Vandenberg.
And Jano Hans.
Do you know what? It's because that was over there. No, yeah.
Berend Vandenberg and Jano Hans, both great Dutch strongmen.
Yes, era back to watching the sport.
Thank you very much. Yes, and I used to love watching. Well, I used to love watching Berend, and competed with Jano many times. So that's cool.
Yeah, and that's true. A CPAP isn't giving you oxygen; it is just like concentrated airflow into the places that you need it.
They are off first two, Christian Haraldson and Fadi. I don't expect either of these two to be that awesome at this one.
Yeah.
Fadi, we've had issues in terms of he can't push press. Literally can't push press. And
yeah, it's weird.
I was
isn't
like, well,
it?
we
He
need
can
to address
only
this.
Press
but we didn't really have
Viper.
time to address it. He was just happy Viper pressing. So we decided we wouldn't work on the technical aspects until after World's Strongest Man, because you need that time off away from comp and to really improve certain areas. Christian did 2 logs. So expected. He's not so good on the static events, deadlift and log. Fadi is trying the 3rd. Come on, Fadi, get 3. That'll be perfect.
There you go. Gregors, thank you for the super chat. How come Eddie Hall gets invited to World's Strongest Man every year? Is he presented for TV, but is that because of title win or just his YouTube channel size and audience? Yeah, I think it's because his
audience
of his fame.
And winning. Yeah. He's doing the presenting for Channel 5, I believe. So Christian did 2, Fadi did 2. Fadi attempted the 3rd, but not to be.
Oh, there you go. Apparently Reddit is getting vile.
Well, stay here then.
We've got moderators in here trying to ensure that things don't become vile, but usually it's okay.
I never go on Reddit. I know you go on Reddit.
Yeah, I read
like
more than I partake. I don't even have an account anymore. I just have to keep a tab open with our Strongman on it. I'm worried it's going to get burnt into the screen, the whole Picking Up Rocks is Cool logo, if I leave it on there for too long. Oh, dear.
It's nice to see people would like us there. We appreciate that a lot, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Has Tom ever done Conan's? We've only seen one result from him from 2020 Britain's Strongest Man when he came 4th. So it'll be interesting. Like, Tom's quite different now to how he was 3 years ago.
Tom's very good at shield carry.
Yeah, but Conan's is different because Tom benefits in the shield carry in as much as he has the very long arms to go around the shield. With this, especially his larger body weight, our one concern for Tom is maybe that bar crushing down on his chest is going to feel really gross for him. But we'll see. I don't think he's going to do pretty badly. Yeah, he's going to be fine with it.
Yeah, I think he'll be pretty good.
Yeah. Sander, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for the great strongman coverage, not just the world's spreadsheet streams, but throughout the year as well. Thank you. Yes, if you are like brand new to the channel, we are at it most weeks, aren't we, Lossie?
We are indeed. We're doing strongman
something.
stuff. We're at events. We're doing various different videos, you know, history videos, fun strongman videos,
lots of
training
behind the
stuff,
scenes at most of the big
scenes.
competitions. Yeah,
all sorts of strongman stuff, talking with different athletes, training with different athletes, some crazy strongman related stuff.
Okay. Lucas, a very, very generous super chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Current standings from the log ladder. Please give them to Lucas.
Okay.
So we've only got group 1 having completed it so far.
So in group 1, we had Tom Stoltman winning, doing all 5 in 40. Was it? I don't have a time on here, but I think it was about 41 seconds. Then we had Pavlo Kordiaka also doing all 5 in 46 seconds. Bobby Thompson did 3 in 4 in 25 seconds. Eddie Williams did 4 as well in 55 seconds. And Konstantin Janasha also did 4, but in 68 seconds. And then Pyro Dwyer did 3 in 25 seconds.
That's a decent log group, that one. That's
very
strong.
Decent.
Yeah, for 2 guys to finish.
So we've had 2 guys going group 2 so far. Christian Howardson managing 2 in 16 seconds, and Fadi El Masri doing 2 in 17 seconds.
Oh, man. There you go. And who will be up next on this one?
I'm guessing Gav and Luke. That would make sense. Gav and Luke. Gav Bilton and Luke Stoltman.
Oh, there you go.
Gav and Luke are on their way to the logs.
Describe what Conan's is, Lossie.
So Conan's circle is basically picking up a weight that's pivoted in the middle. So you're like a bar that's pivoted in the center, and you're going to walk around in a circle as far as possible. And there is a weight attached to it. In this case, it looks like a bunch of rocks that are attached to it. But you're picking up the bar and just literally going as far as you can. The bar crushes down on your chest into your diaphragm. You often see athletes collapsing on this because they cannot breathe. It sucks.
Lossie, one for you to read.
Liz, try this.
The 6th sick shakes 6 sheep's sick. Did I do it?
I think you might have.
I might have. Ha! Good job they didn't ask me to say fingers. Oh,
Now say it faster.
No. No, that was as fast as I could possibly go.
Thank you very much for testing Auntie Liz out there.
You're so mean. You do it as a super chat, so you know I can't ignore it. I won't say anything for a super chat, all right? Liz.
No, Eddie. Someone said, does Eddie own shares in the company? No, he doesn't. Eddie is a former world's strongest man. He's got a huge following. And, you know, it makes sense to have someone like that presenting.
Yeah. I mean, World's Strongest Man is owned by Endeavor, and then that's the parent company. It's IMG who run it. But they're the same company that own the UFC, WWE.
They've just bought WWE.
Yep. So it's a massive, enterprise, I guess.
So Luke is on 3 so far. Gav is right behind him. Let's see what kind of shape Luke's in. Luke could blast through this.
Yeah, this will be interesting. Going to make Alexi work, or will Alexi be happy?
Eddie can answer the question himself. Why does he get invited? He's got a huge following, and he's a former world's strongest man.
There you go.
Eddie is in the house.
Eddie, are you a shareholder with Endeavor? If you could please let us know that. Oh, dearie me.
I'm pretty sure he's not, but he might be.
You never know. Where have we got? Toby, thank you for the super chat. May or may not be using my work laptop for the spreadsheet, and my boss just messaged me asking why I'm working so late. Unsure how to break the news. I would take the compliment and say, just feeling really motivated today. Thanks, boss.
Luke did all 5. Gav did 4. Very good by Gav and Luke. Amazing log lifter.
Yeah, if we expected that, hopefully we'll get the times very quickly. That's great for Gav, though. 4 logs there.
Yeah.
What did he do at Europe's? Can you remember? I have a feeling he only did 3. Because only a few guys got 4.
I know Gav had a bit of an injury at Worlds and was at Europe's and was struggling a bit. But,
let's see. The beast is here. Everyone's turning up today. I hope it's a good show out there, Eddie. It's looking good. He did 3 at Europe. So that's a great improvement for him in just a few weeks.
People excited to see the beast in the
I
house.
know. I'm surprised. Like, I think, aren't you busy, Eddie? Diego, thank you for the super chat. This is the best strongman community in the world. Love to all our extended family and especially to Los and Liz. Thank you for everything. That's very kind.
Thank you
Diego.
very much, Diego.
Do we have any times yet for who's left to go in this group?
Gav did
Alexi?
4 in 56 seconds,
Okay.
and Luke did all 5 in 52.
52,
Very, very
okay.
good by Luke Stoltman on the log.
10 seconds slower, 11 seconds slower than his baby brother Tom. And Luke is the presser in the family, really, isn't he?
He's known as the log lifter, but I've told you many times that a log ladder is different to a log from X.
I know, Lozzie, I know these things.
And
but
I mean,
still.
what's impressive is think how far Tom has to lift that log.
Yes, it's
It's not exactly
travel a long
short,
way.
is it?
No.
He's got a huge wingspan.
Yeah.
That's pretty mental. Very good by both Stoltmans. Good on the log.
Mm.
Good to see.
Someone was asking who's the biggest strongman to ever compete.
The biggest strongman to ever compete at Worlds, I
Glenn
believe, was
Ross
Gav.
pretty massive. Oh, yeah.
Gav a few years ago was much
2020 Gav, yeah.
bigger, and could have been Glenn as well. Glenn was a big boy, and there's been some big boys competing in just other strongman shows, but not World's Strongest Man.
Brian's been massive, hasn't he? Eddie was massive at one point.
Yeah.
Thor was massive back
Yeah.
when he was Monster Baby.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's been some big boys. David, thank you for the super chat. Are you following results on Strongman Archives or any other site? I feel you're getting results before them.
I have a few friends that are at World's Strongest Man.
We're getting results pretty much the same time as the archives, but on the archives, they like to have a confirmed time before they populate the spreadsheet because the last thing they want to do is go back and have to change it again. So, yeah, pretty much at the same time. I don't know about the World's Strongest Man, how quickly that one's being updated, but it sounds like it's being updated quite quickly.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, we got
Super
a super sticker.
sticker,
Oh, no, we
thank
can
you.
see super stickers. There you
we
go. Well, we can't see it, but we know that you did it. So thank you, Jason.
I can find it.
Loz can find it. Let's see what it is. Well, we can't see it.
There we go.
Oh, God, we definitely don't want to hear ourselves. Tom's overhead is looking really good this year. Tom's,
is
yeah,
indeed.
it's looking great.
Okay, I can't find it because I can't go far back enough. But
Oh, there you go.
there we go.
Hater XXX. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream, guys. It helps the channel get out to more people. Yes. Thank you, Hater. You should change it to Lover. J-Mart, still loving your show. I can't get enough. Thank you. Nicola telling people off for spamming. Go on, Nicola.
Oh, dear.
Eddie, my man, I love your chair. What chair?
Oh, have you seen his little chair that he sat on?
No.
That's a strong chair.
Oh, has he got a teeny tiny stool or something?
It's one of those like portable chairs.
Oh,
but
lovely.
he's got a little kind of like shade on there and everything. He's all comfy.
Sup, Auntie Liz, Uncle Loz, and Uncle Beast. I like how the second someone appears, they automatically get added.
I think
to the
I've had a
family.
message from someone saying that it wasn't Eddie. It's a slightly different username.
Ah, yeah, maybe.
So,
Yeah. I would be surprised
yeah,
if he was
is
here
there
because
working.
he should be working. Yeah. Where are we?
Maybe we'll get him on one day. We have asked him to come on to Talking Strongman a few times. So, Eddie, if you're watching, get your butt on.
Yeah.
You got lots of fans in lots of different places.
Tom has been working hard on his weaker events.
Odie Wilson was a big boy. Yep.
Odie Wilson was big. Yeah. What was the other guy as well? You know, the tummy slapper. Oh, God, what was his name?
Grizzly Brown.
Grizzly. Yeah, Grizzly was a big boy as
Yeah,
well.
but he was shorter, so he wasn't so heavy.
I guess. Eddie, Loz, and Liz interview soon on
Tom
either channel.
Evans versus Alexei Novikov. That is next.
Maybe. Never say never. Ah, yeah, the Beast Eddie Hall, yeah, fake accounts. That's annoying because we've had fake Big Loss official accounts before going around commenting on things, and it's just small, subtle differences. Like the Loz is spelled with a 0 instead of an
just
O.
different things, yeah.
Very, very frustrating.
I remember Vititus Lalas had someone impersonating him,
And
Colin ended up ringing him up, and like Lalas was like, "I don't know what you're on about."
Yeah, because this account had said something controversial, and Colin had thought that it was Lalas. It's terrible, really. People shouldn't do it, but I guess it's our responsibility, all of us, to make sure we're talking to who we think we're talking to.
Indeed, rich living.
Thank you for the super chat. If Pa spent as much time looking at Loz's programs online as he did playing Dick or Jeep, he could have made fifth in his
Pa needs to listen to his coach.
Irish.
He has a great coach in 3D
strength.
strength. And Pa is a very naughty boy who doesn't listen to his coach very often and likes to go off and do crazy, stupid stuff.
He's a very naughty boy. There you go. Scott, thank you for the super chat. Pretty sure I would tap out if I found out I was in a group with Alexei Novikov. The man is a machine. That's not the spirit, though, Scott.
He's kind of cruising at the moment, but this will be interesting to see how he does on the log.
Yeah, he's got his work here because is Luke the only one who's finished?
Luke has finished.
All 5, I mean, so.
Yeah, Luke's done all 5. We've got Gav did 4, and then obviously the other 2 guys did 2. Thomas Evans against Alexei Novikov is next.
Fingers. God, now I can't even say it incorrectly.
505. When and who?
Rauno Hainler, September the 2nd.
As much as I'd love to see, I don't think Rauno gets 505.
There was a glimmer after the 476, and you thought, you know what? Maybe you can.
Do you know what? His 476 was really good, but that's still a big jump. And I care deeply for Rauno, and I don't want him to risk his life trying to chase 505.
No.
I think 480 to 490 is doable. 505 is still a little bit of a step up, but I'd like to see them allowed more jumps so we can get like closer to those numbers, or maybe have like more separation and athletes actually competing rather than just jumping straight for the 505 and failing.
Yeah,
I don't want to see 3 guys just attempt 505 and nothing happens.
No,
I'd rather see like a big lift.
Yeah, that's not something that's set in stone that they can
I'd like to see
adapt.
Rauno do 480, 485.
Yeah, definitely, because it's still absolutely humongous. And it would still push up the Masters world record. I mean, imagine the Masters world record being 476. There's like that poor, what's his name? James Hickory.
They're in sync. Both of them are on to the 5th.
Oh my goodness.
Novi's on the 5th. Tom is on the 5th. Tom has done them all.
Thomas Evans.
Thomas Evans has done them all.
I love Thomas Evans.
Big Thomas Evans fans.
And he wasn't invited. He got in. When did he get in?
After some people pulled out.
Yeah.
Novi only did 4. Invited. So we've got to wait for the time for Thomas Evans. Good result for Luke Stoltman regardless, but we will check the times. Novikov was in a good place. He was on maximum
he had 4
points
marks before that.
So it depends on his time for 4, I guess.
He's got a good
worst case scenario, he's 3rd, which will put him on 16 points today, which is not bad for day 1.
Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah, especially considering everyone else has been a little bit up and down to get the first 2 event wins.
Interesting.
Thanks to the moderators. Yes, thank you very much to the mods.
Hopefully
who
people are enjoying the chat here.
MVPs. I put up a post late last night and I was like looking for about 5 people. Within minutes, 10 people had commented. I was like, all right, close thread. I'll quickly mod you lot. This is the basic guidelines. You know, do your worst. And I knew they'd do a good job. Thank you. Beesmas, thank you for the super chat. Oberst has made a final at least.
Oh, that's has indeed.
Oberst and Pa.
Yeah, Oberst has been in a final.
He's been in 2, I think.
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
There
you go. Loz doubting Rauno, hearsay. And this is why Rauno is my best friend and not Loz's.
Not doubting. When you understand what it takes to lift that kind of weight.
It's a joke.
No, I know that. But I don't think people do understand what it takes.
No, well, Eddie painted quite a clear picture. I mean, I'm not so sure about the hypnosis and all that sort of stuff. But
so Novikov
we
did
saw
4
what it did to
in
him.
32 seconds. Tom did 5 in 38 seconds.
38 seconds. Thomas Evans. My goodness.
Fastest out of everyone so far.
Wow.
38 seconds for all 5.
Man.
Thomas Evans.
And we had to beg, borrow, and steal to get Thomas Evans in this competition. Yeah, he was announced as a reserve. Who pulled out? I can't even remember now. It all feels like such a long time ago.
Was it not Pavlo?
Pavlo Nekonechny. It must have been. Yeah, it must have been.
I can't remember.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. It was Pavlo. Wide Pav.
It was because he was reserve, wasn't he?
Yeah. Tom Evans is a legend. He's doing absolutely brilliant.
Honestly, if you meet him as well, such a nice guy.
Yeah, so sweet.
Cleve Dean was a huge man. He was indeed arm wrestler and competed at World's Strongest Man.
Yeah. Oh, dearie me. Dylan, thank you for the super chat. Oh no, Luke versus Novikov on stones. Who would you back?
Well, let's not get carried away. We're only 3 events down. There's still 2 more to go.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
I think.
Who would you back though?
Novikov is still going to be leading this group.
Who would you back?
On stones?
Theoretically, yeah. if it
I would
happened.
back Luke on stones over
Would you?
Novikov.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think Luke's a very good, solid stone lifter.
Yeah, he's been
Probably
in.
gets overlooked a little because Tom's so good, but Luke is a very good stone lifter.
How did Luke do on the Last Man Standing in 2019? Because I know he beat Rob Kearney and Alexei lost to Trey, but I know Alexei lifted the stone 13 times. What did Luke have to do to win?
I wouldn't have thought he did that, didn't he?
Rob Kearney wouldn't have pushed him that far.
Sorry, Rob, if you're watching.
Rob knows we love him and we're just
absolutely
horribly honest. And he's like, God, why are you guys always right? He actually said that at Rogue, didn't he? Yeah. And I'm like, I'm so sorry.
To you, not me.
Yeah. And he was like, say nicer things and then nicer things might happen to me.
He did 8.
He did 8. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that Luke couldn't have also done 13.
Yes.
What time do we start tomorrow? Asked Grigors. What is the rest of the schedule for the weekend? I'm trying to set my alarms. Didn't have time to look at schedule. Work's been busy. I can tell you right now. So tomorrow, Conan's Wheel starts at the same time. So it's 8 a.m. their time, 1 p.m. UK time. So wherever you are, work it out from GMT +1 we're at right now. So 1 p.m. UK time. Then the kettlebell toss starts at 1:20 p.m., which is 6:20 our time.
Oh, ends, sorry, yeah.
And then the stone off is at 6:15 their time, which is 11:15 our time.
Okay, so it's going to be a bit of a later one tomorrow. But it's Friday. No, it's not. It's Thursday.
It's Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday. And then
okay, don't listen to me.
For the finals, it's starting at 8 a.m. both days, so 1 p.m. UK time.
It's a bit of an earlier finish in the finals.
Yeah,
less athletes.
Yeah, exactly. So 10:45. So 10-ish, so 2 p.m.-ish for the second events in the finals. And then for the final events, it's around 2 p.m. their time, 7 p.m. UK time.
Right, guys, we're over 4,000 people watching live with us. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Ben Joyce is in the house.
Where is Ben?
There he is.
There he is. Same Joe Schofield, who is also in that house. Where is Joe? Now we're just jumping around looking for people. Thor's hammer is in that house. Joe, you know it's World's Strongest Man when you're going to sleep listening to Loz and Liz going over results. It's like we're tucked up in bed with you, Joe.
Enjoying it, Joe. Joe Schofield doing a lot for OSG. Ben doing everything for Strongman in terms of scoring. The man is a workaholic. He's somewhere every weekend now.
Yeah, he is. He's brilliant. We like
both of those guys, awesome part of Strongman these days.
Finest Jelly Beans Raw. So nice to see you here. Thank you for the super chat. Why did Liz's Rob K impression sound like Kaz? Did it? Oh no. Did it sound more like Kaz than Pa did?
I don't think that can happen. Yeah. So, Group 1, current standings. Tom Stoltman with 15.5 points. Bobby Thompson on 14 points despite the hamstring injury. Pavlo Kordiaker on 13 points. Konstantin Janasha on 9.5. Eddie Williams on 6. And Pat O'Dwyer on 5 points. Alexei Novikov leading group number 2, 16 points. Thomas Evans in second place on 14 points. Luke Stoltman is on 12 points. Gav Bilton on 9. Christian Howardson on 8.5 and Fadi Al Masri on 3.5. We move on to group number 3.
Will Mitch get the fastest time out of everyone? What's the fastest time so far on all 5 blocks? What did you tell him?
We're focusing on just his group.
Yeah. Yes. God, yes.
The tactic is to keep the technique the same on each rep, clean and push press every single rep, and be efficient and get all 5 done. That is the target. Yeah, and he's even said he can live with not winning the bet against Auntie Liz.
Alex, hopefully we've just answered your question about what's going on the log ladder, but thank you so much for the super chat. Jonathan, thank you for the super chat. Do you believe all the athletes pay close attention to having their diets dialed in? Doesn't seem like most do when following, but I don't know. I don't think a lot of them are that meticulous.
People take their diets a lot more seriously than they used to.
Yeah,
definitely. There's different approaches. Some like a lot of them have nutritionists.
How meticulous do you think, say, Ivers is?
Not at all. No. Ivers isn't. Mark Felix isn't. But there's guys that are as well. But the top guys tend to be a little more laid back.
Yeah.
And I think being adaptable and understanding when you're traveling, it's not always easy to get the same food as you would if you kind of just, can be a bit more chilled about those things. You then give yourself less things to throw you off mentally. Because some people, if they can't get the exact food they need, freaks them out.
Yeah.
Whereas he's talked to Ivers, he just goes, well, I just eat food. Mark Felix,
Yeah.
they're eating whatever he wants.
Yeah.
We've
Drinking
seen guys
tea, eating sea fish.
we've seen guys at Britain's Strongest Man,
Sea
for
fish?
instance.
Seafood.
Seafood.
Sea fish.
Obviously, the Stoltmans and a number of others work with Nathan Payton,
yeah.
who's been very successful at World's Strongest Man. Some people think his method is great. Some people don't agree with it at all. And you've got to find what works for you. There's no right or wrong answer sometimes. Coaching wise, you've got to find the right coach for you. You need to believe in what you do. A lot of it is very much placebo. If you think it's going to make you better, sometimes it's all you need.
Martin Dessin, can't thank us enough for doing this. He met us at the Arnold's this year, his first time going, and us and all the other strongmen were so inviting.
That's good to hear.
It's always nice to hear. But they are, it's such a welcoming sport.
It is indeed.
Everyone's really approachable. Fred, thank you for the super chat. Oh, what does that say? Akadi? How do you reckon that's
Moose
pronounced?
droppings,
Moose droppings
from
high from
Arcady.
Arcady.
I don't know.
Please write it
Thank you
phonetically
very
for
much,
us.
Fred.
Thank you. And then
Different Fred.
Scotty, yes, different Fred. Scotty, could Tom Evans risk burning himself out too soon?
Tom Evans has to give 100%. He's not in a position where he's probably able to just hold back. I think he needs to work really, really hard. And then, not every athlete can take their foot off the gas. Sometimes, I've spoken to Mitch, and the goal today is 100% focus on every event, try and win every event. That puts us in a position tomorrow where we can start being a bit more tactical, hopefully, and can take our foot off the gas. But day one, you've just got to give everything.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's holding back today.
This was a super chat. It just got disconnected from its blob. Christian, thank you. Considering Matej's ongoing injury, how do you think his log will go? Now, he did lift the 195 log at the Arnold's, Austrian Oak. Thomas Evans also lifted it once, and Thomas has finished this run. So I take some consolation and comfort from that fact.
I think Kilishkovsky will get through the first few quite comfortably.
Yeah.
He's probably going to one motion most of them.
Yeah.
Depends how the heavier ones are.
What's happening, Loze?
A couple more interviews before they start.
Okay. We have time, people.
We'll answer some questions before we worry about Group
Dustin,
3 starting.
Thank you for the super chat. New to Strongman here. Will be trained by Adam Dirks in Nashville. Why don't they broadcast World's Strongest Man with TV contracts?
Yeah, World's Strongest Man will be broadcast, just it's never done live, and it will be on CBS in the USA and on Channel 5 in the UK.
Yeah. Guys in the USA, you get it a lot earlier than we do.
Good luck with your training from Adam. Adam
Yes.
is a fantastic strongman. Him and his wife both help a number of athletes and train Evan Singleton as well.
Yeah. Jonathan, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for the detailed response. Considering this is a paid breather, consider this a paid breather.
Thank you very much.
My reading ability is
you need glasses.
dwindling.
She does actually need glasses. She just doesn't wear them.
I look like a nerd.
You're a nerd. We're both nerds. That's why we love doing what we do.
Adam, thank you for becoming a member. I think Nicola's going to bed. I don't blame you.
Nicola, thank you so much.
I wish I could, but no, we're here to the very end. The very end. Aaron, thank you for the super chat. What does the warm up look like for this event, Loz?
There is a log, and they get to warm up on it.
We don't know how many logs.
Oh, there's just one log.
Okay.
To warm up on, but it's loadable. They can put weights on there. But warm-up equipment is much better than it used to be at World's Strongest Man. I remember warming up for the squat where we had a maximum of 220 kilos and we used a forklift to squat on and off. And then we had to go and squat 340 kilos for reps. Going from 220 to 340 is quite a jump.
Yeah. Oh, look, people saying, wear your glasses. Glasses are sexy.
There we go. People want to see.
Maybe I will.
If we get to 150,000.
Maybe I'll buy some more. I don't know where mine are. Probably scratched a bugger.
150,000 subscribers and Auntie Liz will wear her glasses.
Don't make promises I'm not willing for you to keep.
What will I wear?
I don't know. A monocle.
Monocle.
Be looking very cultured, Lozzie. Very cultured.
And a pipe that blows up bubbles.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Speaking of bed, who steals the duvet?
Our daughter.
Yeah, who tries to creep in. To be fair, she doesn't sleep with us.
No, she doesn't. She comes in the morning sometimes,
Yeah.
doesn't she?
We're not duvet thieves, are we?
No, we're not actually.
I think Loz is more inclined to kick it off, which is great for me because I like to have my side of it tucked in between my legs and all the way up my body, and then I hug it. I have my extra huggy pillow as well. So I probably pin it to a point where if he lets go of too much, he can't get it back. But I don't steal it. Like, he donates it. Loz, weird only glasses. You would look strange in glasses.
I would.
We need Loz in a toupee. Can you imagine?
So I just shave the beard, leave the tash,
And get a monocle.
Monocle.
And a flat cap, a checkered one. Yes. What are you talking about? I think Loz would look sexy in some glasses.
Thank you very much.
What the hell is a duvet?
It's like a blanket. Like,
yeah, you know, 10 tog, 5 tog, whatever tog. It's the duvet.
14 tog.
Yeah. What do they call it in other countries if not a duvet?
Yeah, what do you guys call it? Because it's not a blanket. It's different to a blanket, isn't it?
A blanket would be much thinner.
Mm.
A duvet.
What do Americans call a duvet?
Radio silence.
Somebody tell me.
Thanks for saying what a duvet is. I was lost. So I thought, I don't know, it translates across all languages.
She steals it by that description, yes. Poor Lozzie getting cold as Auntie Liz has stolen the duvet.
Getting cold? He is a radiator. You don't get
not
cold.
so much these days.
No, I guess. Yeah, a quilt.
A quilt.
There
we go.
Of course.
A comforter. A comforter.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They need comforting.
They need That's a cute word for it. A cover.
Mitch would call it quilt. A doona. A
doona.
A doona.
Doona.
Yeah. I'll have to speak to Mitch about that one.
Yeah, quilts. Yeah. Okay, quilt is an acceptable
quilt.
Word. Yeah.
We accept that.
Yeah,
there we go.
Duvet.
Yeah, you guys are normal. It's fine. That's fine. Thank you very much. I feel educated and happy.
Yeah.
Comforter, isn't it?
Comforter, isn't it? What, Ben? Why do you call it a comforter? Do
you remember when you were pregnant and you had that long pillow?
Yeah. What did I call him again?
Clive.
I had this body pillow and Loz got jealous of it because he thought I loved the pillow more than I loved him. And maybe at times in the hard parts of pregnancy, I did.
Yeah. Group 3 is starting. Spencer and Mr. Kidiushkovsky. He needs to do something
come on,
here.
Mateusz, you need a good showing on this one. Very stressful. A throw. So no, I would call a throw like a fleece blanket or something that you'd put at the end of the bed, or maybe a knitted one. I don't know. No. Do you know what the fuck is doing that?
Must be a Canadian thing.
Yeah, maybe. Oh. Petition for all Team Loz members only have a mustache.
Rob was from Australia.
Oh, there you go.
Rob in Australia, didn't we?
Oh, that would make more sense then. Because Mitch has kept some of his Australian Australianisms, I guess they're called.
Yeah.
I learnt some as well.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. People took the time to teach me how to say Australian slang. I've got it all in my notes on my iPhone. You call it a what? A Bettsburg?
Doona is an Aussie thing. Yeah, we guess that now.
Yeah.
It didn't sound Canadian.
No.
But I was thrown off by the moose thing. But obviously he did spend time there.
Love the random topics off discussion. Yeah, we do get a little bit more. Show us your Aussie slang, Liz. If I've got time. Hold on. Let me quickly go into my notes. I have a lot of notes, so let me just search the word g'day.
First two athletes are up, though, so we'll do that in a second. Let's focus on the log for a second.
Okay, Lazo. It seems important.
It is important. Kidiushkovsky is on his way. He's done 3 so far.
Okay.
Apparently he was looking very, very nervous before this.
Oh. I've got
He's on the 5th.
Oh,
he's on to the 5th.
Oh, excellent. This sounds promising. Oh, come on. Good news only. Otherwise, I don't want to know.
Spencer's on the 5th as well. Oof. Spencer's impressive.
Ooh.
Can anyone do the 5th? That's the question.
Come on. Typing. They're typing. Matt Rag is good at Mateusz said no to 5,
Okay,
pointing
just
at
leave it.
knees. Okay, but that sounds like a very fast 4. Which
Spencer didn't get
hopefully,
5. So 4 for both of those guys.
okay, it sounded like Mateusz was faster than Spencer. Okay, that's promising. Mitch Hooper sending videos to Loz. What's he sending you?
No, that's not Mitch.
Oh, sorry.
Stop trying to
Nosy in.
guess.
So guess.
Mitch Hooper should be focusing on warming up right now.
Yeah.
He should not be sending me videos.
Hooroo is goodbye. You're not supposed to call anyone champ.
Oh.
No, that's a massive insult.
Hmm.
Bonza, it's good. Hit the frog and toad.
Hit the frog and toad.
Yeah. And you say yeah, nah, or nah, yeah. You never give a straight yes or no answer.
So Spencer did 4 logs in 38 seconds. And Kilishkovsky did 4 in 33 seconds.
Okay.
So far, Kilishkovsky is in the lead.
Okay. That's a fast 4, but there's some good log lifters in that group. We've still got Matt Rag, Graham Hicks, Mitch Hooper. Who else?
And Ivers.
And Ivers. Of course, Ivers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
There we go. So we'll move on from our quilts and our slang. Get back to some strongman.
Yeah. Sorry. It keeps us all entertained.
It does indeed.
Yeah.
It does indeed.
News.
New member,
Susan, thanks for joining.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Champ is an insult. Sounds opposite. No,
Mm.
apparently yes. Apparently yes. Not to say it.
Yeah, weird. You say hey champ over here and in the States, I guess.
Yeah. Frog and toad is just road.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all right though. Something. It's, to be fair, that sounds more like Cockney rhyming slang. Liz, how dare you forget our guy Ivers? I know. To be fair, I'm trying to remember who's in each group off the top of my head. We only learned them last
Did you see
night.
the super chat from Carl Jensen?
No, I didn't.
Okay, Carl, do you want to see if you can find it for him?
Hey,
He's just joined. How did Tom do? Tom won the log in his heat, and he is currently top of his group with 15.5 points, with Bobby Thompson on 14 and Pavlo Kordiak on 13. So Tom Stoltman fans after day 1 will be very happy.
There you go. Gregor is saying, would you consider Brian's wife Kerry as an extra guest on Talking Strongman, talking to Liz? I think it would be so insightful interview for us. I would love it. Yeah, I would be happy to do that with Kerry if it's something she'd want to do. Yeah. Like, we've been so busy this last couple of months since the year began, really, and we went to Australia, that we haven't done much in the way of talking strongmans and stuff with people, have we? Just because
I've only done Darren Sadler and JF.
Yeah, just because we literally have almost more content than we can keep up with. But for the quieter times, and there is going to be a quieter patch in the summer, stuff like that would be great.
Yeah.
I will put
I'd like to be able to get to the point we can go and travel and see people. Like, I want to go and see Ahola, Yuko Ahola.
Yeah.
I'd love to get to America and try and chat to Don Reinhardt.
Yeah, that would be cool. Not that we're not in America several times a year, but yeah, go like, on a purpose trip.
Maybe go and like collab with a few people and do something like that. That would be cool.
Yeah.
It's just all expensive.
Yeah. Liz, I see something, and then no, Hooper isn't Aussie, and then it disappears. No, he's Canadian.
He lived in Australia for a little while, but he is Canadian
for a few years, a little while. So he did pick up a bit of an accent. That's why he's got a bit of a muddled accent there.
Yeah, Bronshop. I love having JF on. JF is someone I genuinely, he's a good friend and someone that I have a lot of respect for in the sport, not just as an athlete, but as a person as well. JF is just a cool dude. No nonsense.
JF's really cool. And
knows his stuff.
I was going to say, he clearly follows the sport very closely because he just knows everything. He's great.
Yeah.
Are we counting Kilishkovsky out of the final now? No, not until he's not in the final. I will not count him out before then. I refuse. Ivers
and Hicksy are getting set.
Oh, here we go. Ivers needs to do well here.
Yeah.
He got 4 at Europe's. We'll see. He could drop a couple of points here in this
Ivers
group.
doing his little war cry.
Yes, we have the Ivers war cry, and they are off. Oh my god. And Graham needs an improved result on Europe's Strongest Man.
I'd like to go over and train with Brian at some point and try some of his grip stuff.
Yeah, do the blobs. Oh.
So if you haven't seen, I did a chat with JF just recently, and he is coming back this year. He's looking at competing around October time.
Yeah, talking about doing the
Pixie's already on 4.
Oh, that's good. That's fast.
Pixie, Ivor's
right behind him. Come
Pixie
on,
should
Ivors.
do well. We know how good. Both of them are on to the 5th.
Yeah. Oh.
These sound like they're going quick.
That did come through quickly. Oh, goodness.
Both of them on the 5th logs.
I'll be really impressed if Ivors gets that 5th one.
Yeah, so will I. Hicksy is...
Although Hick's struggling on 5.
Come on, Hicksy.
And if not, then come on, Ivors. Ivors happy with 4. Okay. Can
Hicksy get this 5th?
He really needs it for the points.
So it'll be interesting to see what the times are. So both
Hick's
of them got 4. We need to wait and see
Interesting.
what the times are. I'd like to do a collab with Juji, definitely. That would be cool.
Strong log lifting group not hitting 5
No.
so far. None of them. Matt Ragg and Mitch Hooper still to go. Are they the last 2?
They are.
Ooh, interesting.
So yeah, interesting when you kind of think what some of the other groups have done, or group 1 anyway.
We're not watching it. It's literally messages on a phone. We're not watching it. This is just
we're not watching. Now I'm looking. I'm on the
Strongman archives now.
Yeah, you had 2 guys do 5 in group 1, plus Bobby, who should have, but ended up pulling his hamstring.
Yeah.
And how many did 5? 1, 2 did 5 in group 2. Novikov only doing 4.
Yeah, that was a surprise. But
interesting.
Scott, thank you for the super chat. Are there still undiscovered strongmen out there?
Oh, loads.
Imagine a world where the Stoltman boys were just up there in Scotland grafting away on a farm, getting on with life, not competing. These guys must still be out there.
Absolutely.
Oh, there'll be so many.
There's so many untapped potential areas, and maybe not that are that level yet, but have the potential to be.
And
that's the exciting thing. And as Strongman gets bigger and better and we get more popular in different regions, the sport will continue to grow. There are some absolute freaks of nature out there, and I can't wait to see more and more of them competing.
Yeah. ESPN did used to have the TV rights, but it's
indeed.
now CBS. I think they've had it for a couple of years, CBS.
Yeah. So this is interesting. 4 guys have been, 4 athletes doing 4 logs.
Matt Ragg is from New Zealand, but I believe he lives in Australia, does he? Does he?
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I don't know.
No, I'm not sure now. Ivors isn't tied enough for all 5. That's definitely what's happening here. Yeah, Thomas Evans getting all 5. I'm so impressed with him.
And just the time as well.
Yeah.
Brian for 5 sub 50 could well be. Brian will be in the next group, but we still have Mitch Hooper and Matt Ragg to go on the log in group number 3.
Can Mitch be the fastest?
So far,
what's he got to be?
We have Hicksy is the fastest time on 4 in 28 seconds.
So just winning or just getting all 5 puts you in the top 2 in this group.
So, and this is not looking good for Kilishkovsky at all. Ivors also beat him.
Oh, really?
So at the moment, with 2 very solid guys to go, it looks like Kilishkovsky is going to be at best maybe 5th.
Oh my God! Who did he beat?
He's just ahead of Spencer right now. We shall see what Matt Ragg does and Mitch Hooper.
And then group 4, which I absolutely cannot cope with anymore. It's a great group. I'm looking forward to it. My eyes started to twitch. My goodness, it's the stress. How will Mark do? Mark is going to struggle. Mark will get the first one.
Maximus Hall, World's Strongest Man, 2038. Maximum Hall versus Bubba Pritchard. That's the future.
Yes, definitely. People always thought those kids would be competing against Mark one day. But Mark, it's confirmed this is his final one. No, Mitch Hooper isn't injured. He's won the first 2 events and he's yet to go out.
I saw someone saying
3.
Mitch is pulling out. No, he's not.
Oh, it's just nonsense trolling.
Yeah.
Ignore. Mods, deal with it if you see it in the chat. And Dylan, thank you for the super chat. Finally catching a live for the first time in far too long. I've missed you both and the refresh gang. Can't wait for the rest of this week. Dylan, it's still day 1. We've got so much more excitement ahead of us. My goodness, how will we all cope? We all need to sleep on Friday, which is the day off. Got no chance. Maiko, thank you for the super chat. Love the watch party. If there were no groups, Rauno would be in first after the first 2 events. He would be in second. Mitch Hooper would be in first. Yeah. So if all 30 were together. But that is still incredible. Like, no matter what anyone says, that is incredible.
We've gone over 700. So we're at 133,711 subscribers. Thank you so much to all our original subscribers, but also the new people subscribing as well. And if you watch the channel and you're not a subscriber yet, please consider doing so. Thank you again so much. Oh, and like the video as well.
Mrs. Liz, you come into arm wrestling too? I mean, I should. I did a very impressive regrip when we were in Australia. Took everyone by surprise. No, probably not.
You're not such a fan of arm wrestling, are you?
No, it's more fun to do than it is to watch. Like, a lot more fun. I can't imagine anything more boring than watching men, like, their fingers very slowly crawling up another man's hand. No, I don't want to grip up with you. He grips up with me all around the house. He's like, come on, Lizzie. And I'm like, broken arm. Oh, because I'll always try and fight him. I don't care how much stronger he is.
Yeah.
What have we got?
Nervous again.
I'm nervous as well. How is Rauno's log these days? Rauno's potential issue is the lockout, because he's of an older generation where he's lost a lot of mobility in his shoulders and everything.
Does 4.
4. I'd be thrilled for Rauno if he does 4, to be honest, because I'm worried about a potential 3. But I've said to him, I've reminded him, you need to go to the referees, put your arms up as high as you possibly can so they can see how far your arms can extend, Rauno. And he's like, yeah, I will.
We'll see what happens.
And what will be.
Oh, it's nerve-wracking waiting for this last pair to come in.
Oh.
Come on. I guess they're doing more TV interviews or something.
Yeah. My goodness.
Big Loss Official, have you arm wrestled a kangaroo when you were down under? No.
We saw one kangaroo and it was dead.
Yeah, on the road. We didn't see many, did we?
No, we didn't. One dead one. Very depressing. Thank you so much, new member, Empirical Pen.
Thank you very much for becoming a member. Lots of new members today. Thank you all so much.
Golf Apocalypse, thank you for the super chat. Tough for Bobby and Stone off for Pavlo. Go Brian.
Here they go.
Oh, here we go. Oh my goodness. So this is, who is it?
Mitch.
Matt Ragg versus Mitch Hooper. Ooh.
Mitch is doing all 5. I'm very confident.
Matt Ragg is looking good for all 5. Hoop almost tripped over the first log going over it.
But he's on 4. Okay.
Oh, that was fast.
Yes.
Maybe too fast.
Matt's on 4 as well.
Oh, good.
Mitch is on the
5.
5th. Come on, Mitch. Ooh.
Mitch got 5.
Got 5.
Okay, good.
Happy.
So Mitch has won it in that group, which means he's got 18 out.
Matt's on the 5th as well.
Ooh.
Matt Ragg is really impressing at Worlds this year. What can he do? Matt got 5.
My goodness.
Wow.
There you go. Mitch and Matt, 1 and 2.
Wow. And Kiliashkovsky has come 5th,
No,
6th, and 5th. He's not. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. He can't.
No.
He's dropped way too many points.
Oh, man, that's depressing.
There's just no way he can pull that back.
Yeah.
You know?
Rob, thank you for the super chat. New athletes have been some of the most exciting to watch recently. Should World Strongest Man and other comps make more room and pathways for new talent?
We need new talent. 100%. This is why I'm sat here and I don't want to compete at World's Strongest Man. I ain't good enough anymore. And the new guys are on their way up and hungry and, you know, doing well. It's good to see.
And a lot of people asking why a lot of the guys from last year weren't re-invited. If people do badly, they have to make way for potential new talent because that's the only way we get to see
Spencer Remick was 2nd at OSG. He was invited to Giants live shows, but he didn't kind of rest on his laurels. He went back to OSG and won it this year, and that takes a lot of balls because that kind of amateur level, if you like, the top of the amateur level is brutal.
Yeah.
And for guys that have competed at Worlds to have to step back into that is tough. But that's what you need to do. Go and prove you are good enough. Unless you are a regular World's Strongest Man finalist, you need to be proving that you deserve these shots.
Spencer Remick, Matt Ragg, and Jaco Schoonwinkel, the top 3 at OSG, are all doing well. So
yeah. And there was guys that competed at Worlds last year that didn't even make the top 10 at OSG.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Mitch got 5, Auntie Liz, in 39 seconds.
Fastest out
He's
of
going to
everyone.
be, no, he's not the fastest out of everyone.
Okay.
Tom Evans was faster, but he's going to be very smug. You know that.
I'm going to message him quickly and I'm going to say, that's awesome, dude, but I ain't giving you no money. Where is he? Sorry, guys, back in a second.
So there we go. Mitch Hooper, maximum points after day 1. I think Matt did all 5 in 55 seconds. So really solid performance by Matt. And that leaves the group. Ooh, Mitch Hooper is on 18 points, a maximum amount of points you can get. He has got what he's won every event so far. Matt Ragg is in second place on 13.5 points. Ivers is then on 10.5. Hicksy's on 9.5, not too far behind. Spencer Remick on 6.5. And Kiliashkovsky only on 5 points.
How is this possible?
Well, you never know what's going to happen.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, he can't. I just can't see it. Matt Ragg could come last on the next 2, and that's 15.5 points. Kiliashkovsky would need to win the last 2 events just to, and there's too many points in between. I can't see it. I just can't see it.
Oh, I feel so bad for him. Oh.
Well, he's, I know it's upsetting you like him, but this happens sometimes.
I know, but it's just sad to see.
It is.
Let's quickly.
But great for Matt Ragg.
Yeah, of course.
Seeing new people. I hope we can see Kiliashkovsky back to his best because we all know he's better than this.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's not there right now.
Rob Larrett looked hard to move. Great sparring bid. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you very much.
Very impossible to move.
Larrett is, Devon is strong right now.
Yeah,
he's got a good match coming up. Be interesting to see how he gets on in that and who he goes on to pull in the future.
Daniel, thank you for the super chat. Love Mateus. He's awesome, but feel so sorry for his struggle with nerves. Do many of the strongmen get much professional help with this? Not many that we know of.
Varies. Like some people really struggle with nerves. Like, everyone gets nervous before a comp. I don't care who you are. Especially if you're passionate about it. If you care about it, you're going to get nervous.
Yeah, of course,
I used to get super nervous before the first event.
Yeah, I used to get really
After
nervous.
the first event, I tended to relax a bit more. But that first event is the worst. But yeah, we've seen Mateus like physically shaking before.
Yeah. Rano gets very nervous.
And I do think
That's
it's important sometimes to have other things other than strongman.
Yeah.
I think that's why like Tom Stoltman has his football that he likes to focus on. It takes his mind off it. Mitch Hooper does other things. Athletes can.
It can be a bit unhealthy when it's everything.
If it's all consuming and it's all you think about.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a good thing. You've got to understand that it's a big part of your life, but there's other parts as well.
Someone asking here, thank you for the super chat. Does Bobby know what tacky to use now? And do you think he has any chance in a stone off this year?
Tacky, he knows what to use. The big issue right now is how bad is his hamstring. He seems to have done something to his hamstring, so we need to find out what the issue is with that. The reality is stones are his weakest event. We're working at it. He's making steady progress, but not enough yet. I think we need another year to really bring the stones up to where they need to be. Everything else has been great. His speed is good. His endurance is so much better. Strength is unbelievable. But stones have always been the biggest concern from my point of view for Bobby in this comp.
Yeah. And we'll come back to you, Aaron. That's a sentiment shared by Dylan, who said, I worry about Bobby in the stone off. Thank you for the super chat, Dylan and Aaron. I don't know if Matt Ragg lives in Oz or not, but in classic Aussie fashion, I'm happy to claim him.
He's doing well. The
He's
boy is doing
very
really
well. Very well.
So we move on to group number
And he's
4.
very good at stones as well. Like Ivers, if it's him and Ivers in a stone off, it's going to be a massive battle. So what are the standings overall?
Well, right now, Hicksy's not far behind. He's only a point behind Ivers.
Okay.
So Mitch, way out in the lead.
Yeah.
Right now, it looks like a battle between Matt, Ivers, and Hixie, but anything can happen.
Interesting. Both of those guys, Matt and Ivers, will want the advantage going into the stone off.
Yeah.
So being up against another tough stone
with
lifter.
Alexi's group, Alexi's on 16, Thomas Evans on 14, Luke Stockman on 12. Alexi should do well on the Conans tomorrow. And he should do decent on the throw.
Yeah.
Should be enough to get him through without having to do stones. But Thomas Evans is proving to be a big thorn in the side to a lot of these guys. Luke Stoltman tomorrow, Conans, kettlebell toss. I think Luke will stay in the top 3.
The Den of Masculinity, thank you for the super chat. Matej said in his last video he didn't feel great about Worlds and he is focusing on the Rogue Invitational. Yeah, it's hard. You know, he's been through so much, his body hasn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what? If he can get through Worlds uninjured, that's the Arnold's he's come second out, didn't get injured. If he can get through Worlds uninjured, it's progress.
Through it. Yeah.
You know, I know we've how many times, you know, his record at Worlds is unbelievable, other than he hasn't won, but he's been second and third a number of times.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever not made the final.
No, he's never not made the final. Never. He's always been in the final. Wow. Yeah. Which is why it's sad, because and the last 2 times he was second, she said, yeah, just hard to cope with.
Yeah.
Shade89, thank you for the super chat. So Mitch should go last on the Conans, correct? Yes, he will.
Absolutely.
Huge advantage for strategy tomorrow. Yeah.
And Conans is a good event for Mitch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's got maximum points so far. How many points is he ahead of Matt Ragg?
He's got 18 points, and I think Matt is on 13 and a half.
He's in a very comfortable position now.
So he's almost a whole event ahead of anyone. I think after the Conans, he will be a whole event ahead of anyone.
Yeah, but they're not allowed to not do an event.
Which means he can just practice the throw and not worry too much.
Yeah,
where he places.
Just have a bit of fun with doing it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Now this one, this is the event. This is an event I'm worried about actually in Rauno's group.
Which one?
Log.
Oh, Log.
Yeah, they're up next, aren't they? Group 4.
Well, this could be interesting, this one.
Who else is in this group?
There's no amazing log lifters in this group.
Kevin Ferris, Adam Bishop, Gabriel Rayon. That's true.
Good chance Brian Shaw wins the log in this group.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised actually looking at that. How's Jaco Schoonwinkel's blog? Schoonwinkel, according to Rick.
So he did 170 kilos, but that was back in 2021 Africa's Strongest Man. So it looks like he's made some solid progress since then.
Maybe Rauno could come second on the log. That would be really good if he could.
Kevin managed the heavy log, the Arnolds, didn't he?
No, he didn't. He was one of 2 athletes not to get it. Okay. Him and Luke.
Yeah, amazingly. Amazingly. That was. But these things
stranger things have happened.
We've just got to wait and see. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, Travis. Yeah, thank you, Travis. This is what I need. He will believe. I do believe, but I do.
She's stressing. She's stressing. I'm stressed. Sat next to you, stressing. Gotta chill.
I can't chill.
Just chill. Just chill.
Yeah, but I'm the one who has to deal with him.
You don't have to deal with him. He's a grown man for crying out loud.
Yeah, but he whinges to me.
Oh,
and he's
fine.
A really expert
Let's
whinger.
focus on seeing how he does.
Okay.
Stop thinking about the whinging.
The whinging.
He's already doing amazing.
Yeah, he's still whinging.
Oh, that's just Rauno.
I know. Oh, my goodness. Scott Xland, thank you for the super chat. Ivers just needs to stay up late or not sleep, and he is set for tomorrow. Gutted van Matej. Let's go Rauno. Yeah, that is such a tough group, that one. I mean, yeah, who knows what's going to happen, but it's looking like with the events still to come, it's looking like an Ivers and Matt Ragg stone off, I think.
There's still 2 events to get through.
Not sure which position. Yeah.
There's still 2 events to go through. One person.
Mitch is just so far ahead now.
Mitch is
he doesn't really have to worry. Yeah. Is it a World's Strongest Man live stream if Liz isn't stressing? It's part of the charm, Lozzie. People come back regardless of me stressing.
Are you guys charmed by her stress?
Do you guys dislike the fact that I care and am a passionate person? Let us know in the comments below. Whinging is whining. Yes, whinging is whining.
There we go.
Yeah. Yes, he likes the fact that I'm a passionate person.
There we go.
One person.
Okay.
Yes.
2 people.
Julian.
There you go. 3 people. There you go.
Yeah.
So
What more
at least
do we
3
need?
people like it.
Yeah.
There-
Yes,
no,
we
there
are
go. Austin.
charmed.
No. I'm with Austin.
No, Austin says no, he doesn't agree with you.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
The stress makes you authentic. Thank you.
It is, yes, the passion is very real in this household.
Absolutely adorable. There we go.
You guys are very nice.
Yes, Liz, stress. We relate. Thank you. Loz is way too cool.
I'm not. Inside, I am stressing.
Let it out, Lozzie. It's healthier to let it out.
Oh, I can't.
Would be better with glasses on. I'd look like a right knob if I put my shades
No,
on.
she'd know what I look like then, and then she'd be really stressed.
What did I marry?
That's why you don't wear them, isn't it?
No, not at all, Lozzie. You were with me at the opticians when I got my eyes tested. I saw you clearly.
Ooh.
Papa, do you like Auntie Liz's passion?
Gabriel and Kevin are coming out.
Oh
for
my
the log.
goodness. Oh, here we go. Group 4, group 4. Oh. Rauno can get second, I believe.
So the reality is, Bish, very recent performance at Europe's Strongest Man was not good on this one. Hopefully he can do a little bit better than he did there.
Still 8 months out from tricep surgery.
Yeah.
We shouldn't forget. The glasses could hide the
Kevin
tears when
against
Rauno
Real.
loses. That's a horrible attitude, Poppy Reed. Horrible. Thanks for the show. It's very good.
Glad you guys are enjoying it. Thank you all for joining us.
Take my energy, Paparano. Everyone send him positive thoughts and strength.
Who won from the previous group? Very quick roundup from the previous group. So Mitch Hooper taking the win in the log ladder. He did all 5 in a very fast time of 39 seconds. Matt Ragg coming second, all 5 in 56 seconds. Graham Hicks coming in third place, 4 logs in 28 seconds. Then we had Ivers, who did 4 logs in 30.44 seconds. Kiliashkovsky, 4 logs in 33 seconds. And Spencer Remick, 4 logs in 38 seconds.
Yeah. Do you think...
And Remick would have been... He would have been 4th in group 2. And he would have been 4th in group 1 as well. Amazing.
Here we go.
So.
Here we go. Are they up?
They're coming out. They're coming out.
Okay.
So we'll hopefully find out very soon how Kevin and Gabriel do.
Loz, you worried about me running away with Rauno?
No, not really.
No.
Rauno would get bored and send you back.
Yeah, me and Rauno are not compatible at all. I befriended him because he seemed like a really difficult person to befriend, and I fancied the challenge. But we're genuinely very good friends.
Yes.
Nothing more than that, though. Just like I'm not having a lesbian relationship with Andrea Thompson.
Is that what people have said?
No, but what I mean is I can be friends with someone without there being any sort of attraction
Sure.
to them.
Yeah.
There you go. Man or woman. Nicole, thank you for the super chat. My husband came in from barbecuing and I heard an echo. Realised we're both watching your live separately. That's great because that's
Awesome.
twice the amount of views for us.
Thank
So
you
there
very
go.
much.
And then we've got Semchuk. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you guys so much for your coverage and commitment. Y'all are the best.
Thank you very much for supporting us, guys. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, and that is true. How can I run off with Rauno if I'm running off with
That's
Kyriakos
true.
Grizzly?
Yeah. That would be a collab right there. Auntie Liz and Kyriakos Grizzly.
Come on, Liz. Do you expect us to believe you're not having relations with Andrea? There's a much higher chance. No, I'm not bisexual. There's a much higher chance of Andrea trying it on with me. Let's put it that way. In fact, she does at every competition.
So
no.
Gabriel and Kevin both got 3 repetitions.
Okay.
Couldn't get the 4th. I'm not
Okay.
sure on times yet, but both getting 3. That's beatable for Rana.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be interesting to see how Bish does. Bish came last on the log lift at Europe's Strongest Man. I think 2 logs for Bish. We will see.
I think Bish can do 3.
Yeah, I think Bish can do 3 as well. No. Yeah.
Marina didn't even know of Rauno before our channel. So that's nice.
More casual fans wouldn't have, to be honest. If you're mostly watching the World's Strongest Man.
Right. Times for Gabriel, 3 reps in 32.96. Time for Kevin, 3 reps in 28.93. 3 logs.
So Kevin leading so far with the fastest 3 at 28.93 seconds. There we go.
Hit the like button, says Jeremy.
Yes, do it. But now my stomach is in knots, hoping he's made the final. And that, like, to me, that's everything. That he's got this brand new, much larger fan base than he used to have.
Yeah, and he is very thankful. You know, he messages us all the time. You know, Rauno, like we love Rauno.
Yeah, we do.
A friendly way.
Yeah, like,
be careful because he gets upset when we say things like that. He doesn't get that like Western kind of I love you, dude, kind of thing.
No.
We don't say that.
Yeah.
Estonia.
Yeah.
He kind of smiles and he's happy.
Yeah. Aaron, thank you for the super chat. Loz, what was your favorite event to compete in and watch?
To compete in any yoke, car walk, yoke, moving event. I really like those. Probably because I was really good at them, so it makes you like them more. I really like truck pulling as well, although that's much tougher, especially a tough truck pull. But watching, do you know what? I have vivid memories. I like car flip. I have vivid memories watching the Flintstone deadlift.
Yeah.
Back from early World's Strongest Man.
Nothing yet.
I like, things like that. Car flip is a cool one.
Car flip
definitely.
Is cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Car roll.
Yeah.
Is that what they call it? Car roll. Heard it here first. Liz is having an affair with
There we
Andrew.
go.
The jig is up. That's it. Now everyone knows. Damn it.
And Schoonwinkel making their way out.
Ooh, Bish and Schoonwinkel.
We're saying it wrong, we know that.
But
it's just too late.
Still delightful. Ricky, thank you for the super chat. Mitch Hooper, World Strongest Man 2023.
Mitch just needs to take it one event at a time. We have a game plan, and he's going to be in with a chance. But there are many, many good athletes. Tom Stockman, Novikov, Brian Shaw, Trey Mitchell, Evans looking good. Who else have we got?
Wow, no one else is a dead cert to make the final. None of them are, to be fair.
No, but they
we get ahead of ourselves, but they're quite safe. Yeah,
I think they're the biggest.
Yeah.
If you like, names, but who knows? Anything can happen. Bobby was flying, and then suddenly a hamstring issue. So
yeah, this is
unfortunately, strongman is a brutal sport, and you've just got to keep surviving, keep working hard.
Yeah, and that's the worst thing. That's the worst thing that can happen. You're flying and then suddenly, bam, you're not. Yeah. Wait, I thought Liz was marrying Fred. Deal's off the table. And wait, Liz, maybe you could play matchmaker with Grizzly and Andrea. No, I'd get so jealous.
Of which one?
I'd be jealous of Grizzly that he gets to have Andrea. Liz, are you drinking coffee? Yes. Very much so. In my Mrs. Châtelet mug, which was a wedding present from Zoe, who's a photographer for Giants Live. Yeah, I live off of coffee. That's empty. I don't know what I'm doing.
These results. Still waiting. Still waiting patiently. Waiting patiently.
Anything?
No, waiting.
Okay.
Find a question.
Lodge, you didn't mention backlift. That's the worst event to watch. Let's face it.
I don't mind seeing a backlift on the odd occasion, but it's not an event I want to see all the time.
The smallest range of motion ever. Like 1 million kilos.
Laws would be worried if Liz met the Grizzly. There we go. Pete Laws versus Pete Bryan will win best out of 10 500 kilo yoke. Me. On a 500 kilo yoke, me.
There you go.
Brian would beat me overall, but yoke, I would beat him.
Scotty, thank you for the super chat. Even for good stone lifters, it is much more advantageous to save the energy by avoiding the stone off and finishing the group.
Absolutely. They've got a whole nother competition to go.
Yeah.
Worlds is brutal. There's a lot of events to get through, and it's the accumulative fatigue of doing these like 4 days. Well, they've got 2 days in a row, day off, and then 2 more days. Your body is going to feel it.
Yeah, you feel battered by the end.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Keep talking.
Diego, thank you for the super chat. Have a comp in October, and the final event is a mystery. Organizer days, it says, I'm guessing, it's nothing to train for or worry about. What would you suspect? I think an arm over arm.
Oh, I don't know. I would just chill.
It's not going to be a max event.
I would just chill.
Yeah.
And the more laid back you are about things like that, and relaxed, it definitely helps. Bish is on to the 3rd.
Oh, we didn't even know it started.
Yeah, it started now.
Bish on the 3rd.
So there's nothing much to tell.
Okay.
Bish is on to the 4th.
Oh, that's good.
Well done, Bish.
Yakko on the 5th.
Yakko is on the 5th.
Yakko has turned up to this
He
competition.
has indeed. He's been training hard. Can Yakko get the 5th? I don't believe Bish will get the 4th.
Struggle for both.
Both struggling.
Okay.
So it looks like 4 for Yakko and 3 for Bish. Good improvement for Bish from Europe.
It's going to depend on the time, though, because we've got, Bish did 3. So
Yakko did 4. There we go.
Gabriel and Kevin also did 3. So Kevin's the fastest so far. We will wait for the time for Bish.
Indeed.
Oh, very stressful. Oh.
Okay.
Bradley, thank you for the super chat. My 3-year-old asks if your plants in the background are real.
No,
they're not.
No.
Your 3-year-old.
Auntie Liz
caught me
cannot
out.
keep plants alive.
I have 2 plants in the kitchen that are real and are alive and have been for over a year. So no. But no, they're fake. Honestly, I can't be asked for plants. I went through a phase of loving plants and buying a lot, but then forgetting to.
Bish's time.
sustain
3
them.
reps in 33 seconds.
That's slower than Kevin. Where does it compare to?
It's slower than both.
Oh, okay. So
And Yakko did 4 in 34. So Yakko is into the lead. Kevin is second. Gabriel is third, and Bish
Bish is
currently fourth.
last. Yeah. Okay. Come on then, Rano. Just get 4 reps.
If Tom makes history and does 3 in a row, do you think Strongman should come to the UK next year? I'd love for World's Strongest Man to come to the UK. I really would.
It will have zero influence over it, unfortunately.
That won't have. They've probably talking deals already of where it's going to be next year.
Oh, definitely. For the next couple of years down the line as well. Yeah, it won't have any influence,
Brownell
unfortunately.
and Brian stepping up.
Love to see Loz run Brian's blobs.
I'd love to try, but to be honest, I wouldn't beat Brian on them. The best person to go and try something like that would be Mark Felix, because hand size is so important. The bigger your hand, the more you can get around a blob. I've lifted a few blobs before. I'm not too bad at them, but yeah, I would think someone like Mark Felix with the hand size he has would be very good.
Yeah.
Do I wish I could have tried the bale tote?
No.
Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, in my prime, I wish I could, but it has also really injured a lot of people.
Yeah,
and
it's
caused
destroyed
problems.
people.
I wouldn't want to try now, put it that way. But like, there was a time I was absolutely fearless of any yoke. Broke a number of different records on different ones. Various different weights. I was good at heavy yokes. I was good at lighter yokes. And then I ended up tearing my Achilles. And now yoke is scary.
Someone asking what's happened to Bish's log. He had tricep surgery 8 months ago. So this is still very quick to be back and competing at this level.
It took me 2 years to come back from my tricep tear.
Janash has not been the same since.
No, it's a tough one to come back from.
Mateusz has really struggled to come
Rob
back from it.
Kearney is like only really just sort of getting back the confidence to push press. He has no confidence in jerking the log anymore.
Yeah.
But he's starting to get some decent strength back. But it takes a long time.
Oh man, we just know that they're up. We don't know anything else. Oof.
New member.
Thank you for becoming a member, Dean Oliver. Thank you.
Rano fans, all with their little emojis. Shaw fans. There's a lot of Shaw fans in here.
Yeah, of course.
He's looked good on that deadlift. That deadlift was a statement. Let's see what he can do on this. If he comes and smashes out 5 logs,
then my goodness. Yeah,
definitely.
we're in for a wild final. What's taking so long? Ron, thank you for the super chat. Loz, would Hugo's your
Hugo was
outfit
an
in today's?
awesome strongman. Hugo was really good. He never did that well at World's Strongest Man. He's one of those guys didn't like the slow format of Worlds.
Yeah.
But one day shows he's unbelievable. You know, when Marius Pujanovsky was dominating strongman, Hugo was regularly beating him in the one-day shows with heavier events and stuff like that. But just never got it right at Worlds.
Oh, hot take here that James saying Hooper will burn out and Tom will win via strategy.
There we go.
I don't think there's any chance of Hooper burning out. I've never seen anyone recover as quick as him.
Hooper isn't normal. I tell him to have a deload week, and he's like, "No, I don't need one." Like, honestly, I've never trained someone like Hooper. Just the guy's not normal.
Yeah, if Rauno wins, we riot. Rauno, I don't expect Rauno to win the log. I expect Brian to win the log, but Rauno needs to not drop many points. Yeah,
and he could potentially pick up points looking at where people are.
He's got a couple of very good events still to come.
If he gets 4, he's going to get decent points.
Yeah, definitely, and that's all he needs to do.
He's capable of that.
Yeah. The concern is if that doesn't happen, where does that leave him in the standing? It just puts more pressure on, and we all want a quiet life and smooth route to either the final or to the stone off. Dean, where's your comment, Dean? If you
thank you very much for the super chat.
Click too soon, yeah, send your comments still, and we will look for you, Dean Oliver. And anyone who's in here modding, if you could point it out to me, that would be helpful too. Hooper won't burn out. He's a natural athlete who has endurance.
When we were in Australia, Hooper obviously won the competition. The next day he went and trained.
Yeah.
He's not normal.
Didn't Hooper do marathons? Yes, he used to run marathons. Yeah, Hooper doesn't burn out.
And to be quite honest, he's not maxed out on anything yet.
No, he's not had to go to max effort yet. Ken, can't see it. Oh, why don't we have any results?
They're coming, don't worry. You look out for people's comments. I will keep an eye on the results.
Okay. How heavy was Hooper in his marathon? Oh, much lighter than he is now.
Much lighter. There's some interesting pictures of Hooper from a few years ago.
Yeah.
Just put on some beef.
Yeah.
But, you know, he was strong. Just a natural athlete. Very competitive. Very hard to beat anything. The only thing I've managed to beat him on so far is bowling. Yeah. We had an epic game of Jenga. I still think that was the best game of Jenga ever. We literally went to the last. We're both very competitive. And yeah, he's just annoyingly good at things.
No results is good. Going longer. No, that's not good. They need to go fast.
They haven't started.
Oh, okay. They haven't started. Oh, goodness.
Hooper is being too cocky. Don't like his actual attitude. Yeah, some people don't. He means it in jest most of the time.
No, Rauno with 3. Brian with 4. It's going to depend on times then. Come on, Rauno. They better have been quick. I'm going to...
You're going to what?
Have a hernia.
You're going red.
I'm getting stressed.
Let's see.
Loz, you should have seen me when you were competing. I'm so glad you couldn't see me. I know.
I couldn't cope with you with this stress. So Rauno did 3 reps in 21 seconds. That's
good.
Fast.
The fastest with 3. That's good.
So that's honestly, decent points for Rauno.
That's the best we could have hoped for. That's fine.
Brian isn't going to win the event if he's only got 4.
No one's done 5 in this group, have they? Yako did 4.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Brian may have won the event with 4.
Yeah, a fast 4 will win.
Brian did 4 in 33, which is enough for first place.
There you go.
So Brian Shaw takes the win, just ahead of Yako.
Then Yako, then Rauno.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Yako.
That's really good for Rauno.
Yako ending up in the stone off with Rauno would be good for Rauno.
And this group now is going to be absolutely
so close
between those 3.
Liz is a wreck right
she now. Is
I'm a wreck every day. To be fair, you guys just don't see me as much. So now you're seeing true Liz, not edited Liz.
No, you are
live Liz.
Normally more chilled than this.
Am I?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You're really stressed.
I don't usually have an athlete in the mix.
Not for the last few years.
No, not since 2019. Trust me, I was a wreck then too. Oh, hold on. We've suddenly got fallen behind. What have we got? All right. Ricky, thank you for the super chat. What happens after the elimination today? First for me. Oh, so there's still 3 more events tomorrow. Then the top placing guy from each group automatically goes through to the final. The guys who are in second and third place have to do a stone off, which is returning a stone over the bar to each other. Wow, not just one. They go through a series of stones and then they rep out the heaviest stone.
There's
and
a
whoever
throw.
fails
Did you
first
say
wins.
the throw?
Yeah, so I said 3 more events
Yeah,
tomorrow. Yeah. Well, actually saying that it's 2 more events because the third event is the stone off, but not everyone gets to do it. So it's all very stressful.
Yep.
As you can see. Matt, thank you for the super chat. Do you like Brian's addition of bench to the Shore Classic? Should bench be in more competitions? It's a standing bench.
I'm quite looking forward to seeing how it goes.
Yeah. I like that Brian's willing to try new things.
I
and
do as well. I
experiment.
think it's really cool. So Brian attempted the 5th, couldn't get it, but 4 in a quick solid time, Rauno with a fast 3. Let me quickly go through the results just while we're waiting, because they'll be doing interviews and stuff before they get onto group 5.
Alan just wants to share that he hit a 500-pound back squat PR.
Fantastic. That's really good. It's a big goal for a lot of people. 227.5 kilos, 500 pounds. Well done to Alan. Right. Group number 1. Standings after day 1. Tom Stoltman leading the group, 15.5 points.
Yeah.
Bobby Thompson, 14 points. However, Bobby has a hamstring issue. We're not too sure yet how bad it is. Pavlo Kordiaka on 13 points. Konstantin Janasha on 9.5. Eddie Williams on 6. And Pa Dwyer is on 5. That is after 3 events. So there is 2 more events and then the stone off tomorrow. Group 2. Alexei Novikov leading the group, 16 points. Thomas Evans doing amazing day 1, 14 points. Luke Stoltman is there with 12 points. Gav Bilton, 9 points. Christian Haraldson, who stepped in to replace I Am Bibi, for those that are just tuning in, 8.5 points. And Fadi El Masri on 3.5 points. Mitch Hooper, absolutely dominant in group number 3, 18 points. Matt Ragg doing amazing, 13.5 points. Hicksey looking much more like he is capable of. I think actually I've got that wrong. I think Ivers is on 10.5. Hicksey is on 9.5. Spencer Remick on 6.5, and Kilishkovsky unfortunately only on 5 points. Group number 4. Brian Shaw is leading the group with 15.5 points. Rauno is on 14.5 points. Iako is on 14 points. 1.5 points between the top 3 in that group.
But then a big jump down.
Adam Bishop on 8. Kevin Fairs on 5.5. And Gabriel Rayam on 5.5. That's there. Those 2, I think, are going to have a good battle for second place in that group.
Although Conan's, anything could happen on Conan's. I expect Kevin and Bish to be good at it.
You expected them to be good at the loading as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Evan Singleton is currently leading group 5, but we still have the log lift to go.
There we go. Sway Station asking if anyone has ever won every event in their heat before. Will Mitch do it this year? Have a coffee on me for all the hard work. Thank you so
very much, Sway.
I don't think they have. I think there was a year where someone's won 4 out of 5. I'm just trying to think who.
I think
might be like Yanni Vertinen.
Yanni Vertinen definitely had a year that he was unbelievable in the heats.
He won. It wouldn't have been 4 out of 5. I think it was 5 out of 6.
But that was different back then because you just did all the events in the heats, whereas now there's the stone off and it's a bit
more strategic, I guess. Yeah, because it wasn't always at the stones at the end of a group stage either. It was often loading race, actually. They used to finish with. Loz is going to check and verify.
Got to go back a few pages these days for Yanni Vertinen.
Yeah.
World's Strongest Man.
People saying Brian didn't try the 5th. Apparently he failed the 5th.
He did try the 5th.
But that's fine. I wouldn't expect Brian to get the 5th on this sort of run, to be honest. I think it's still... Would you?
Hard to say. Like
Brian's coming strong. A bit with different logs, though, doesn't he? With like handles and
sometimes,
the thickness of his hands.
I'm sure, like in a final, like there's a difference between when you have to do it and when you don't.
But World's Strongest Man in the final in 2020, I know he really struggled with the logs and the handle placement and everything.
He did, yeah.
And I know the guys found that difficult at the heavy log at Europe's as well. They were like, there's not much space to get your hands behind it. But we will see.
So Yanni Vertinen in 2000 won 5 out of 6 events.
There you go. That was well remembered. Just didn't remember the year.
Just the axle press cost him a clean sweep.
That is the closest anyone's ever come, though. No one's won it.
I
I only
believe
know
so.
because this is something I've looked up before. Mateusz talked about having knee problems in one of his last training videos, saying he really could not train any legs without a lot of pain. Yeah.
The problem with strongman is tough. Really
Yeah.
tough. I mean, powerlifting as well. Obviously, Thor Bjornsson tearing his pec. Dan Bell, I don't know if you saw, has had looks like a glute issue.
Yeah.
He's really in a lot of pain. He's also got like a lot of disc issues from years and years of training, and he's not sure what his future holds. Lifting these heavy weights, it's not easy.
Yeah. Conflicting information here. Did Brian try the 5th or not?
Brian definitely tried the 5th. I know for a fact.
There you go. Gone back to talking about duvets and comforters. Yeah, Brian's kettlebell toss is absolutely crazy. No one's touching him on that event, so it's all going to.
So I just got a message of Mitch Hooper.
Well, I
won the bet.
Oh shit! He's messaged me too. Oh no, he sent me a video. I can't deal with his smug, gloating face. No, it's a photo. Ah, look at him. Can you guys see this?
That man is far too smug.
Honestly, the shit I put up with. Oh, wipe that smug smile. Wipe that look off your face. Hold on, just got to abuse Mitch Hooper. Won't be a second.
Auntie Liz just trying to put
the best. I'm motivating you. And it worked. Hold on. Wipe that look off your face.
Tristan says Kilishkovsky would have won Group 4.
This might be new screensaver material, this silly face.
Crazy, really, when you think about the difference in groups. Kilishkovsky
would have won Group 4. Really? With the log? And this is where it gets interesting when we start comparing the group-on-group results.
What did Kilishkovsky do? Kilishkovsky did 4 in 33 seconds.
And what did Brian do?
33.24, and Brian Shaw did 4 in 33.99. He would have.
Wow. Last place.
Last place in Group 3 would have been first in Group 4.
Ouch. Although Group 4 had some incredible deadlifters.
It did indeed.
It
so
had
did
a
Group
tough
3.
deadlifting group. Oh yeah, that's true. We all knew Group 3 was a group of death. I said it's my least favorite of any group ever. There you go. But that's an interesting.
But Kilishkovsky has not turned out to be the Kilishkovsky maybe that we expected.
No,
either. You just
true.
never know on paper. I mean, who would have said Matt Ragg would be second in that group?
Yeah. But also a few weeks ago, Kilishkovsky, even not being at his best, came second at the Arnold's, winning 3 events.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Who beats Sean Stonoff in Group 4? Absolutely no one. No
one beats, like,
right,
in a normal world, 99 times out of 100, as Mitch likes to do.
Oh God!
But you know, that's how good Brian is at stones.
Yeah. No one in that group beats him on stones. There would have to be some sort of mishap.
Brian could potentially beat anyone at a stone off. The only people that are going to have a chance against him are the likes of.
Do you know what though? We've never seen him pushed.
No,
like we've never seen him had to go for max reps like that.
But like, who could push him? I think someone like Lissis could push him.
Yeah.
I think Tom, obviously.
Trey and Maxime.
And Thor in his, if he was.
Yeah. But that's it.
Pretty much. That's really.
That is it. Ron, thank you for the super chat. I wanted to say how lovely it is, how the camaraderie with Strongman Sport is today. Because I remember in the early 90s up to the 2000s, there was a lot of rivalry. Ooh, that's interesting. Honestly, this is still, it is quite friendly.
There's
and
competitive rivalry still, but everyone gets on.
Yeah, and I guess social media makes us all more connected now than they would have been back then. I don't know. I remember life before mobiles. I loved it because I was completely uncontactable. Jake, I cannot see your chat, but I will keep an eye out for it. Please do be very careful when sending them because it's easy to get it wrong. Last event today. Yeah, so this is the last group we're going into now. Group 5. Group 4's just finished. Auntie Liz is a baddie. Brian Shaw won the log lift in Group 4. Jaco Schoonwinkel in second place. Both of them doing 4 logs. Brian was fastest, and then Rauno was the fastest with 3. Unfortunately, Adam Bishop coming last in that event, which we kind of suspected after Europe's Strongest Man because he had tricep surgery just 8 months ago. Where are we? Don't spam or you'll get put on the naughty step in timeout. Michael, thank you for the super chat. There's a spider behind you on the shelf, Liz. There better not be. There isn't. It's fine. But thank you for thinking of me.
People trying to scare you.
There's no spider there, is there?
Well, maybe.
Is there? Oh, God. I'm really proud of my chair.
Sorry, it's too easy.
Ah.
Do you remember when Lewis chased you with a spider? Or was it me?
It was
probably
you.
me.
I was going to say, Lewis wouldn't do that to me. Lewis loves his mummy. Hooper wants in on the 3.7 thousand viewers. Well, you ain't getting them. You silly.
Where is he?
Oh, sliding into my DMs.
I'm sure he'll probably do his own live in a bit.
Mm.
We will focus on finishing off this last event. One event to go. One group to go, I mean. So, who do you think wins? I think Trey Mitchell. I think Trey and Evan both dominate.
Oh, Trey wins the log lift. He won the log at the Arnold
Evan's
Strongman
quick,
Classic.
though. Evan is quick.
Trey wins.
Yeah.
Hands down, Trey wins.
He was unbelievable.
He won it at the no.
He's just so strong.
Yeah, Trey wins, definitely. Jason, thank you for the super chat. Year of Rauno. Also chuffed for Evan so far on pins and needles because I want both Luke and Gav to make the final. I don't know doing for.
We'd love Gav to make the final, wouldn't we?
Yeah, when you've got 3 or 2 of your favourites, but then there's someone else who you know is going to make the final.
I think Luke's experience will probably keep him ahead of Gav. But Gav's just got to keep fighting. There's still a chance.
Thomas Evans is looking very good, though, because he's in second place. He's got that advantage right now.
Absolutely.
We will see. We will see. Could be real heartbreak for you if neither of them make story. I'm just trying to cope.
Yeah.
How do we become members? Say it out loud and someone will probably gift it to you.
What's that?
What are you looking at?
Just that message there. Doesn't matter. Mitch loves the banter. Mitch does indeed love the banter. Mitch is the smuggest strongman since Eddie Hall. Mateusz is the opposite. Mateusz is very, very humble. Very humble guy.
Is Mitch the smuggest of them all?
He's pretty smug, to be fair.
Big Laws, please announce the 50 gifted memberships. We cannot see gifted memberships. We only know it's happening when you guys start saying, wow, thank you. Oh, cool. I've been gifted a membership. That's all we know of it. We can't see it otherwise.
But if you want to become a member, then feel free. And then you get to see the outtakes of Liz and Lars, and you get all your special features as well.
Yeah. How is it happening? It's literally members are gifting memberships for other people. So they're paying for a month's membership.
If any of you have gifted memberships, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And if you enjoy what we do, thank you for supporting us.
Yes. Brian, thank you for the super chat. Evans was faster than Hooper on the log. Yes, he was.
Evans was.
Maybe I should send a smug selfie.
Evans is the fastest out of everyone.
Who would have thought? Although Trey hasn't gone up yet. Let's wait. I'll save my smug selfie till afterwards.
Let's have a look at these times. So Tom was fast. He did Tom wasn't the fastest, was he though? 41.
5 and 41. Did anyone? No one did 5. Oh no, they did. Sorry,
Thomas Evans was the only one to go sub 40 seconds.
Yeah, that's really good.
Oh no, sorry, Mitch went sub 40, but he was 39. 39.51 for Hooper and 38.96 for.
Let's quickly answer this one
Evans.
because I just realised what I've left up on the screen. Anthony, thank you for the super chat. Genuinely not trying to throw shade, but I'm just curious. Any truth to Rauno's previous drug trafficking charges? Thought I heard about something. If you read Estonian or can open an Estonian newspaper in Chrome, which will translate it to you to English, albeit a bit dodgy, you will see details of an incident many years ago on there. That's all I have to say on the matter.
There's a few strongmen that have
slightly naughty histories. Yes, and they're all my best friends.
but we all make mistakes and we move forward.
Exactly. Do you know which strongman Mitch doesn't like? Yes. Erin, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for those gifting memberships. How does it work? So members can gift it to other members. I think if you're already a member, then instead of a become a member button, there's a gift a membership button. I honestly don't know how it works actually, because I'm not a member.
But if you do want to be a member, then it's so kind of you.
Finest Jelly Beans Raw, Grizzly and Andrea, the dream team. Imagine the strong babies they would have. Thank you for the super chat. I wish Loz and Liz was here with us, says Bruce. Thank you, Bruce. We wish we were too, but we go away a lot, don't we, Lozzie?
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be able to do this if we were out there. So
someone yelled at Rauno that he's the strongman George Clooney.
And threw up the finger. Rauno threw up the finger.
No, I don't know that. I don't know.
Oh.
Rauno probably doesn't know who George Clooney is.
Rauno
does.
Yeah, come on now. Thank you for the super chat. That's the thing about the Terminator, though. He will be back. Poor Mateusz. Very pleased for Mitch and Bobby doing so well. Stoltman's also back on. Well, we're still not sure about Bobby. He had some problems, possibly of his hamstring. Not heard from him. Have you messaged him?
Yeah, he's not even looked.
Okay.
And it's one of the differences between like Bobby and Mitch.
Yeah,
Bobby likes to just switch off from the world, focus on what he's doing. Mitch likes to know everything that's going on. Mitch is probably watching this right now.
Yeah, probably. Jonathan, did Brian just do enough? Missed it. He won the log in
he won
group
the log
4.
in his group, yep.
Yeah, fastest with 4 in that group.
Some pilot deviation with some spider emojis there for you, Lizzie.
Why?
Liz doesn't
Memberships
like spiders,
being gifted all over the place. No, I don't. Who does? Who does? Loz. Thank you, William, for the super chat. Do you think it would be beneficial for some retired strongmen to create a union to advance the sport and help introduce elite competition? There would be massive drawbacks to an actual sports union, including certain types of testing and everything else that goes along with it. So
I don't know. It's a weird one. It's something that I've spoken to people about before. The problem with strongman, there's no official kind of federation, if you like.
Rule book.
There's various different promoters doing what they want to do, which is, it's the downside of it.
But it's also kind of the beauty of it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want strongman to become too standardized because it kind of makes it boring. But you do need athletes' health to be looked after. You need to make sure, especially in the lower level, that the equipment is used properly. I've seen some competitions with awful conditions for people to compete in and stuff. So certainly something needs to happen to try and make it better, I think, going forward. I'm just not sure how the best way of doing it is, but there are conversations that do happen, and who knows what the future holds.
American Pirate Films gifted 50 memberships. That is absolutely insane. So thank you for that. That's crazy.
If that is the case, that's incredible.
We owe you a drink.
We will, yeah. And when we get the new merch out,
yes, definitely
send him
a drink.
A drink.
The swears. Thank you for the super chat. Thanks for the coverage, guys. Spreadsheet season is back. Yes. Ooh, another new member there. Thank you for joining us. Glad Evan is performing this year. Absolutely. We need Evan to perform at Worlds.
We do.
Colby, thank you for becoming a member. Jake Loz, would you like to see the bullion overhead make a return to Worlds? Something about the old implements feels like strongman. And very quickly.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I like seeing kind of some of the old implements come back. And it's a little bit of a different type of throw. So a little bit, maybe, it's quite easy to replicate something like that. And it would be fun to see, I think, on the odd occasion. Some events, it's nice to see kind of regular events. And sometimes it's nice to see something that just kind of comes in for a little while or, once in a while and test the athletes in a slightly different way. So it could be fun to see something like that. Let's have a quick look to see if we're kicking off group number 5. It looks like we have. Group 5 has started. Coco got 3, and Paul Smith got 4 reps or 4 logs. So Paul starting well there, 4 for him. Coco on 3. Athor and Mark looking to be up next. This is going to be a bad event for Felix. Did really well on the deadlift, which was great for Mark. I cannot see him doing so well on this one, though, unfortunately. Athor should be solid. Let's see what else we've got. I'm guessing you're talking about people being in prison. Look, there's a good 10 guys I know of that have been inside for various different things. And, people do make mistakes. And grow up as well. Sometimes when they're young, they do things that maybe they regret later in life. And, everyone that I've met been really cool. So it's interesting when you meet people that have been inside for various different things, and they can be some of the nicest people you've ever met. But hopefully, as long as they learn from those mistakes, that is the most important thing. There we go. Anthony, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate the candid answer. I know everyone has a past. I can still appreciate the amazing things he and others accomplish. Thank you both as well. Yeah. I mean, how many people in Strongman do you know that have been inside? I know at least 10. At least.
Inside?
Yeah.
We're talking about prison. Yeah. Quite a few. Yeah. But Strongman attracts people from all walks of life, and a lot of people start lifting weights inside, I guess.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely. I know strongmen that started training when they were inside. So yeah, it's not for us to kind of go into details on things like that.
No, it's not. No.
So please appreciate that, these are our friends and people we know, and what they've done in their past is not for us to be telling you about. So, we try and answer every single super chat, but obviously some things, if you ask them, I'm sure they might give you an answer, but that's for them to answer.
Thank you for the super chat. American Pirate Films deserves a special shout out for gifting 50
does
memberships.
indeed.
He absolutely does.
And he should also get a Auntie Liz t-shirt when they come out.
Yes, he definitely
or
should.
an Uncle Oz one if you'd rather.
Is it James, the presenter for Channel 5?
Yes.
Apparently, James said, and there could be some surprises surprise appearances in the final. And Rauner said, I am not surprised. And this is why we love him.
Yes. Rauner is good.
Oh dear.
Loz, do you still train fat grip deadlifts? I train grip quite a lot. I'm just having a little break at the moment. I've got a bit of a finger issue. I'm actually going to have a little break from arm wrestling as well till my master's comp, because it's affecting my log and strongman training. So I want to focus on the strongman show, but I'll get back into grip and arm wrestling straight after.
What changes when you become a member? So you get a badge, you get access to all the personalized emojis.
More than anything, if we're totally honest with you, it's supporting the channel.
Yeah.
But there are extra videos, some fun extra videos. We do sometimes do live just for members, and you get some really cool fun emojis that you get to use, and there's always new things added, and you have planned a few other extra videos as well coming up.
Yes, definitely. Ron, thank you for the super chat. Loz and Liz, do you think the Moose could be the first ever Canadian that could win the World's Strongest Man?
Absolutely,
100%.
I do.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you for the super chat, Ron.
I saw someone said, I bet Loz says Moose wins World's Strongest Man. I'm always pretty open and honest with who I think is going to win, whether it's my athletes or not. It doesn't ever sway me too much in terms of predictions.
That guy, though, I think he takes the mick a bit, because he said it about Europe's Strongest Man as well. I bet Loz will say the Moose will win, and Britain's. Yeah. But we only predict he'll win when we think he will. And he's won.
Shows that he's eligible for.
I think he's won 3 or 4 out of the last 7 competitions he's done, and he's podiumed on all of them. So, it's not like we're just saying
that you can't ignore him. You know, I genuinely feel there's a few guys that can win World's Strongest Man, and Mitch is certainly one of them.
Joe said, thank you for becoming a member. Oh, it started.
Yeah, we had Paul did 4 and Coco did 3.
Okay.
And they're setting up for Athor and Mark.
Oh, next. I missed it. Goodness me.
Mark, 2, do you reckon?
Yeah. Realistically.
2 would be good?
Yeah. No, I think 1. because he failed the log last year, and the log for reps was about the same weight as the second log here.
So Athor is on 3, Mark is on 2.
Oh, there you go. Oh no, that means he's done 1.
Yes, that's correct.
It's late. It's gone midnight. Come on.
Struggling a bit. You did well on the deadlift.
Yeah. Thank you, Loz and Liz. Love your content. Thank you, JP Smith, for the
Thank
super
you.
chat. I want to
April's
see
on
a
the last.
safe press. Oh, yes.
Mark
Mark
only
only got
one.
1. There you go. I want to see a safe press too,
I like
Sam.
the safe lift.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I was good at it.
It's a really fun one to watch as well. A little bit less predictable than your normal overheads. Jiminy Crickets, thank you for the super chat. Every year, I think I know exactly what's going to happen in the groups, and every year I'm surprised. Same for absolutely everyone.
Absolutely. We have fun predicting things, and, I like to think we do get pretty close.
Yeah, we do.
But there are always surprises. Always.
Oh, look.
Mark Felix only getting 1, 4 for Athor.
American Pirate Films, thank you for the super chat. 50 memberships doesn't come close to the value you two supply for all of us Strongman fans. Love you guys. That's so generous.
So
thank
much.
you. Bless you.
Thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much.
We have the best followers, subscribers, friends, family. Gonna get emotional again. Lindsay, thank you for the super chat. Liz, you should get Tom Evans to send you a smug selfie that you can pass over to Mitch.
You should do that.
Do you know what? I'm gonna
that's funny.
him.
But you know what Mitch will say? He said our plan was just to focus on our group.
No, he won't. He'll laugh.
He will laugh.
Thomas Evans.
So Mark did 1 log in 7.5 seconds, and Athor did 4 logs in 39.93. Evan and Trey are getting ready. 1 more pair, guys. That's it for tonight. And then we are done with day 1. It's been an exciting day of Strongman. Someone says, Viva la Postman. There seems to be a bit of beef between Paul and Mitch.
I'll send it to Mitch Hooper.
I don't get involved.
There you go. I've messaged Thomas Evans.
Yes, I think that was obvious. Mitch doesn't like Manuel. He's got no reason to not like Manuel.
It's a joke, isn't it?
Manuel's lovely. I got a lot of crap from people because I said Manuel shouldn't have been at Worlds last year. And it was so hard because Manuel was a really nice guy.
Yeah, of course.
But he shouldn't have been at Worlds last year.
Yeah. Coco and Paul went already. I know, I missed it. Brian Shaw has it all the way. Ooh. Liz and Loz late night topics. I know, getting a little bit too in depth.
What topics would you guys like from Auntie Liz and Uncle Loz other than Strongman?
Okay. Liz,
Nothing.
you leave the room for 1 minute and look what happens. I know, honestly.
That's what happens.
Chris, where is your super chat, Chris? Chris Vickery. I'm looking out for you.
I'm looking too.
Okay. Rono's quite happy with his log placement,
Yeah,
as
he
am
should
I.
be.
Yeah, so that's good. Let's quickly see what he said. Hold on. Loz, quick, take over the chat. Can always be better, but still okay. Thank you guys for supporting. And tomorrow, Team Liz is back in action. Ah, bless him.
There we go. Rauno, happy with how today has gone. And he should be. What a performance it's been from Rauno.
Well done, Rauno. Such a brilliant day 1.
Thank you, Berserk Banky.
So many people.
The behind-the-scene videos are fun, especially when there's lots of our friends that we can hang around with and get some cool backstage content and stuff. I like many different sports, and I really enjoy sort of following the athletes and kind of seeing them away from the sport sometimes, just seeing them do normal stuff. And hopefully you guys enjoy that when we kind of hang out with some of the guys and girls.
Okay.
Hit the join button between the Big Loz logo and the subscription button. So I think if you're kind of watching a video on a computer screen, you get like join comes at the bottom and like and stuff like that.
Yeah. Loz, Rauno, and Mitch need to do a road trip together. And me, of course, to film it.
Rauno might be coming to Scotland with us.
Yes, yes. Oh, I hope he
And
does.
Mitch is coming to stay later in the year as well.
Yeah, and we're back in Estonia in July because Rano is going to go for the 18-inch deadlift world record there.
So yeah, we've got
an
our
event.
Rauno's deadlift book will be up on sale on our website soon.
Yeah.
Mitch and myself will be doing a seminar in London after the Strongman Classic.
Oh, look, Lozzie, you missed a super chat.
I didn't, you did.
Peter.
Whose super chat did we miss?
Peter. Oh, see, every so often the screen flashes and it throws us off slightly. Peter, I want to say it said like Schnook or something like that.
Okay, have a look for it.
I'm looking. Peter. Oh no, Peter sucks. Peter sucks. See if you can find Peter sucks.
Well, you can. It's not, I can't find it on here.
Okay.
It only lets you go to a certain point.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find it, Peter.
We will have a look.
Lindsay, American, Jimmy Crickets, JP.
Right.
Ron.
If you comment again,
How?
Peter, we will look out for your comment.
We will. Because I've scrolled up a lot and it's there he is.
There he
Go
is.
Brian. Can my dog Reagan get a shout out?
Of course he can. Reagan.
Hey Reagan.
Reagan. Does Reagan like Strongman? I hope so.
Someone, do you know, when we went to the Arnold's this year, we were walking past, I think it was like a Highlands game sort of area, and some guy chased me down and he was like, Liz, bit strange, but I just wanted you to know my dogs love you. He said, whenever you're on screen, they're so happy. Tails wagging, standing to attention, ready to go.
That's cute.
So there you go. They must see my.
So the last
gentle
pair will be
spirit.
up soon.
Who's the last pair? Trey and Evan.
You've gone down too far, babe.
Oh, have I?
Yeah, you've missed a load of stuff.
Oh, goodness. Hold on.
Go back up and...
Oh, we need to try and get back on top because we are way behind now on comments. Here we go. So, Jason, thank you for the super chat. He wants to know, can we book you for individual consultations before discussing strategies or weight loss?
It's not something I offer currently. Just I find if I offer that, it just takes too much of my time away from clients and stuff. But
you do have people inquire about coaching. You have long conversations with them before they sign up.
I have done. Yes, I have like face-to-face chats with people. I obviously chat with my clients when I can in terms of face-to-face over the phone, Skype, FaceTime, etc. Most of my communication is either through WhatsApp or through my website that I use for coaching, but things can always be arranged. I try and make time for people, especially when they have bigger comps coming up or we need to kind of, it depends on their level, depends on what's needed. But yeah, I try and give everyone as much time as possible.
What happened while I was in the loo? Anthony, super chat, thank you. Sorry if my previous message came out wrong. Again, not trying to throw shade. I appreciate the info you gave without overstepping.
Started.
Sorry if I overstepped.
No, you didn't overstep.
I've been a hardcore Strongman fan for 30 plus years.
You didn't overstep at all. It's just certain things for certain people are private and not for us to.
Was that about the prison stuff?
Yeah.
Mitchell hates Arnold Schwarzenegger. There you go. Hot take from Mohammed. Thank you, Mohammed. And thank you for the super chat.
Trey all 5, Evan did 4.
There you go. As suspected. Now we just need to see the times.
See the times. Do you want to check the let's just check a few more of these super chats.
Yeah. Cole, thank you for the super chat. I recently met Rob Frampton on Monday at Viking Strength in Ossett, Yorkshire, and it was an awesome experience. Hopefully I can meet you, Uncle Loz, and Auntie Liz Sante.
Rob Frampton is an absolute legend.
He's a gem. He's
really,
lovely.
Really cool guy, doing amazing with arm wrestling and a good friend of mine.
Riddle.
Evan did 4 logs in 35 seconds and Trey did all 5 in 39. So Thomas Evans was the fastest out of everyone.
Wow, that's incredible. Very fast time from Trey Mitchell as well,
yes,
though. 39 seconds. Possible pilot deviation. Thank you for the super chat. Isn't it past watershed hour in the UK now? You guys can be indecent now without getting in trouble. Liz and Loz after dark.
I don't mind being indecent about me and Liz, but I'm not going to talk about other people.
I might. That's in a minute. Oh dear. Daniel, thank you for becoming a member. Oh, we've got a super chat there without the super chat attached. But I will keep an eye out for you. A pillow one. Rob, thank you for the super chat. As far as grip goes, does hand size play a part? Are Mark and Brian's hands that much bigger?
For certain things, having a bigger hand definitely helps, particularly with thick bar stuff, thicker objects in general.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Not
on a
so much a
smaller
pinch grip or anything.
handle, it's not so good having a huge hand. It's like
Mm.
it's better on a thicker bar because it can almost feel more uncomfortable in a like a big hand with a small bar. So there are advantages to various different types of grip strength. But yeah, a big hand helps massively with things like blobs, things like axles, etc.
Brad and Lindsay, thank you both so much for becoming members. So we're just going to mop up the super chats before we get off for the night because it is
It's late now.
half
Half
12:30. Yeah, 12:30.
Yep.
Half past
I'm just
midnight.
waiting for the. Here we go. So I'll quickly do the results. So Trey Mitchell is leading Group 5 with 16 points, and Evan is only half a point behind on 15.5. Athor is 11.5 points. Mark Felix 7.5 points. Paul Smith on 7, and Coco is on 5.5. So Trey looking nice and solid. Evan only just a fraction behind. Brian Shaw finishing day 1 top of group number 4. Rauno Hainler is in second place. Yako not far behind. Mitch Hooper absolutely dominating group 3 at the moment. Matt Ragg is in second. Amazing day by Matt Ragg. Ivers in third. Alexei Novikov looking solid at the top of group number 2. Thomas Evans has been unbelievable. Luke Stoltman still in there, third place so far. Gav Bilton still has a chance. Tom Stoltman, the defending champion, winning group 1. Bobby Thompson, great
So
day
far.
for him. But
we're not sure if Bobby's okay.
Potential injury could be a problem. Pavlo Kordiaka just a point behind there. Konstantin Janasha not too far behind as well. So an exciting first day. 3 events done. We will mop up these super chats and then we best shoot off for the day. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the likes, the memberships, the subscribing to the channel. We appreciate every single one of you.
Y100 Biker, thank you for the super chat. I've been watching you all day and I feel like it went too quick. Super excited for tomorrow. We've got to do it all again tomorrow.
We're going to do it all again. 3 more events tomorrow. Make sure you guys tune in. Thank you so much for joining us.
Gert-Jan Hendrickson, thank you for the super chat. Shopping with Rauno in Oz was a brilliant video.
That was fun.
Yes.
Always fun. And I don't like shopping, but I do like
food shopping.
Hanging out
Strongman is always fun.
With my buddies, and it's always cool when we get some fun content.
Rodders, thank you for the super chat. Evan wins his group. Poor Athor in Stone Off. I don't know. Trey is leading
at the
group.
moment. Trey's leading the group, so let's see. It's close at the moment. Still 2 events to go before we get to the Stone Off.
And also the events tomorrow are so different. So you may find that some guys that were great at the power events aren't so good at things like the Conans and the throwing. So it's all stuff to play for. Arfon, thank you for the super chat. Trouble with Drive to Survive, show for
DTS,
Welsh fans.
It takes so much out of context, like F1, to enhance rivalries for fake drama might damage camaraderie.
It's true, unfortunately. It does
Colin Bryce making a fake rivalry between me and Terry.
And sometimes these fake rivalries can become quite heated when lots of people start getting involved. It's a shame. Dog Lover, thank you for the super chat. Thanks lots of
Thank you very much, guys.
Parties. Tim, thank you for the super chat. Hope that for the return of Gabe Pena, great coach and person.
Absolutely great person. Just needs to go and have a good year at some competitions, and I'm sure we will see Gabe back. An amazing deadlifter. Needs to work a little on a few areas, but yeah, it would be great to see him back. If he just needs to go do what some of the guys have done and prove he belongs here.
Unibear, thank you for the super chat. I got to meet y'all at the Clash on the Coast. Easily one of the highlights of that weekend.
Thank you very much.
The operator, thank you for the super chat. Saw videos of the log. I wonder if the sun had an effect. They're used to log lifting outside. If the sun bothers them, they wear shades, don't they? Looks like Bobby and Mateusz caught cramps.
These long day shows in the heat, cramp is a big issue.
I hope it's just cramp for Bobby. That's fine.
Best case scenario.
Cramp. Yeah. Mateusz was pointing to his quads. I think Mateusz was pointing at his knees, indicating the fact that he's had problems with his knees, and Bobby in his hammy. Cramp in the hammy would be the best case scenario, like you said. Ron, thank you for the super chat. Loz, which strongest man that you know that passed away and miss? Only one has passed away. Jean-Paul Sigmarsson.
No. World's strongest man, yes, but for me, Mike Jenkins.
Oh yeah.
Mike Jenkins was a good friend of mine, and
Aaron Page as well.
yeah, Aaron Page as well. Two unbelievable guys, would do anything for anyone. And you know, Aaron, I think, would have got to World's Strongest Man.
He nearly did,
Yeah,
but his
he nearly
passport
did.
was out of date and he couldn't renew
Mike
it.
Jenkins, I think, would have won World's Strongest Man.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yes,
definitely.
they were two very good friends of mine.
Scott, thank you for becoming a channel member. T-Mac, thank you for the super chat. Saw a video of Bobby grabbing his right leg when attempting to lift the 5th log. Hope he's okay.
Me too. I'll
Yeah.
try and get hold of him later, but he's someone that likes to be left alone when things aren't going to plan.
I cannot see your super chat,
Thank
Fairfield,
you
but I will look at. Oh yes, how did Bobby injure his leg? We don't know yet.
On the log, he's either cramped up or something's gone in the hamstring.
Yeah.
These days at World's Strongest Man, very long days, very hot. Nutrition can be a bit off. Hydration might have been a bit off, and yeah, these are big guys, so it happens.
And then finally, Shanklin saying there's a channel posting the lifts. If it's on YouTube, expect them to be taken down soon.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to run.
We are going to go and do
run.
our wrap-up video, and
Yeah.
then I'm off to bed, and Liz will be off to bed, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. We hope you've
so
enjoyed
much,
it.
everyone.
Take care, guys.
End. No.
Oh,
I will end. There we go.